It's time now for the best high school sports action from the WBCB Sports Network. Catch the best games from Bucks and Mercer County at WBCBsports.com and our Facebook page. Your home for high school sports is right here at WBCB 1490.
From Trenton Thunder Ballpark, the Hun Raiders look to defend their Mercer County tournament title in their second trip to the championship round in as many years as they look to defeat the Redbirds of Allentown High. A pleasant good evening, everybody. The Mercer County tournament on WBCB is brought to you in part by the New Jersey Education Association, Haldeman Ford Subaru, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, the Trenton Thunder, Alumni Baseball Camp, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian. And all of these sponsors proud to bring you tonight's coverage here on WBCB. A pleasant good evening, everybody. Mike Warren alongside Ryan Baxter. Pleased to be with you here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark as we get you set for the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championships. Only 5 total trips between these two teams to this very game, and tonight the Raiders looking to defend their title after defeating Hamilton West in this same exact game a year ago 6-0. Tom Monfiletto's squad is looking to do it again here tonight against the Allentown Redbirds, who come into tonight's game at 14-8 and the number 6 seed of this tournament, as we welcome Ryan Baxter into our Trentonian pregame festivities. Ryan, when you look at these two teams, it's not really how anybody would have drawn up the final round. However, you have a Hun squad who was here just a year ago at the 4 seed tonight, the Allentown Redbirds, who the last time they were here, defeating Hopewell in the Mercer County Tournament Championship. Both of these teams play with a chip on their shoulder naturally. What do you think we can expect to see tonight?
I think that we're going to see some amazing baseball from two amazing programs. We talked a little bit in the pregame before we even started that Hun had a lot of veteran senior leadership last year that's just not here anymore, but that doesn't take away from the talent that this roster has. They got a lot of good guys coming back, and from what we've seen in the tournament so far, they can light it up when needed. And the same thing goes for Allentown. You know, like you said, they play with a chip on their shoulder. Nobody expected Allentown to be in the Mercer County Tournament Final. If you could picture a Mercer County Tournament Final, you wouldn't have either one of these two here, honestly, but it just goes to show how good these teams have been, and they play exactly how they need to when they need to. When the going gets tough, the tough get going, and they showed it.
An unpredictable final, if you will, but this Hun team, as we mentioned, losing a ton of senior talent from a year ago. It doesn't mean they don't have any senior talent. They are led by their senior center fielder, Mike Chiaravallo, the Bucknell commit, hitting at .406 this season for average, 4 home runs, 1 in his last contest, slugging at an .812 clip. And both of these teams led by a powerful bat. We mentioned Chiaravallo for the Hun Raiders. For Allentown, they are led by the Rutgers commit and junior center fielder in Jack Sweeney. He's hitting .508 on the season, some video game-like numbers, slugging over 1,000 at 1,077 for the season, 8 home runs, 33 hits, and he leads the team in all major hitting categories on the season. 2 powerful bats, a whole lot of green grass out there in that outfield to work with tonight, Ryan. It should be a fun one from an offensive standpoint.
Oh, absolutely. These kids are playing MLB The Show on Rookie out here. They're having an absolute blast playing, and it shows, too. But it's like you said, this team is incredibly talented, but it's not just those two guys. You look at a team like Allentown, they have kids like Slade Harrell, kids like Antonio Dominici. Just 2 names alone that can definitely lead them to more offensive numbers and everything like that. Same thing with Eddie Wurst. He's a good bat, but he's an even better arm. He pitched an absolute gem the last time he was out, and he's expecting to do the same thing. But you brought up Hun, and they're very, very loaded offense as well. You talked about Chiaravallo. You have the other starting pitcher, Charles Batista, who's really good with the bat and really good with his arm. Michael Jolly's another really good name, and William Kramer. These are just some names. I haven't even gone through numbers yet, but they can make a huge impact.
They absolutely can, and Michael Jolly leads the Raiders in home runs this season with 5 of them. It's really Chiaravallo and Jolly that get the majority of the damage done in terms of run production this season. Both of them among the tops in RBIs, tied for the lead in RBIs for the team in 20 apiece. Right behind them is Tyler Tucker. He's got 18 on the year as well. We alluded to it a moment ago. Let's take a look at the starting pitching matchup for tonight's contest here on WBCB. First, for the Hun Raiders, we'll see Charlie Batista out on the mound, and Batista, he can really bring it. A 3-pitch arsenal topped with a fastball that tops out at 91 miles per hour. He ranges from 88 to 91. We will have the speedometer up and working tonight up on the scoreboard, so we will be definitely updating the fans tonight as this one goes on. Ryan, you mentioned it earlier. You love velocity. You're going to get some tonight with Charlie Batista.
I am so excited. But the one thing with a lot of the velocity, it comes down to control. You can throw 91 all you want, but it's not going to be effective if it's 10 feet above the zone. So if Batista can get that under control, and you mentioned his slider earlier, his slider has been absolutely filthy when he has control of it. If he is on his game, Allentown's going to have a really hard time getting on base and scoring.
And for the Redbirds of Allentown High School, they will turn to the junior Eddie Worse, who's posted a 3-0 record on the season with a 1.22 ERA. Safe to say, the workhorse, the ace for the Redbirds, and they put him on the mound tonight in the championship game.
Talented lefty arm right there. He's got a 1.22 ERA on the season. He doesn't allow too many runs, which is exactly what you want to hear, especially for a starting pitcher. I got to see him pitch against Notre Dame not that long ago, and he was lights out. He got a little touched up in the first inning, but he was able to settle down and show why he's one of the better pitchers in Mercer County, and hopefully he can continue to show that for Allentown tonight.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both of these teams in tonight's contest here on WBCB. And don't forget, fans, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com, the only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, and you are tuned in to the Trentonian pregame show moments before first pitch here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark in the 2023 Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship between the Allentown Redbirds and the Raiders of the Hun School of Princeton. And let's take a look at the Allentown Redbirds offensively. We'll see them first tonight, the number 6 seed. It'll be Dom Zilla leading things off and playing shortstop. Batting second out in right field, it's Chris Whalen, the sophomore. In the 3-hole, the power bat of Jack Sweeney and the future Scarlet Knight at Rutgers University, the junior, hitting well above 400. He's hitting above 500 to be exact, 508 to be exact on the year for Jack Sweeney. He's in the 3-hole. Slade Harrell in the 4-hole. He'll be the designated hitter tonight for Eddie Worse on the bump. Alex Biscoff, he's the catcher tonight, the senior. J.D. Ulster over at first base in the 6-hole. In the 7-hole, it'll be Bryce Berrien over at third base. In the 8-hole, Antonio DiMaggio in left field. And rounding out the lineup, at second base, Matt Aquaviva, the senior. Again, 1 through 9 for the Allentown Redbirds. It's Enzilla, Whalen, Sweeney, Harrell, Biscoff, Ulster, Berrien, DiMaggio, and Aquaviva. And let's take a look at how Hun is going to line up defensively in this contest. As we mentioned, Charlie Batista on the mound for the Red Raiders. Out in left field, it'll be Trey Francis, number 4. He's out there starting in left field tonight. Mike Shiravallo in center field, and Mike Jolly out in right field. At third base, Tyler Tucker. At shortstop, Will Kramer. At second base, Nico Emacangelo. At first base, Jack Saker. And behind the dish, Deacon Bound. So again, defensively, it's Francis, Cheravallo, and Jolly going from left to right in the outfield. Tyler Tucker at third, Will Kramer at short, Nico Emacangelo at second, Jack Saker at first, and behind the dish, Deacon Bound with Charlie Batista on the bump tonight for the Raiders, looking for their second consecutive Mercer County Tournament Championship. A season ago, defeating the Hamilton West Hornets 6-0. Tom Monfiletto's squad looks a little bit different this time around, but the experience is still there. We're going to take a quick break here on the Trentonian pregame show. On the other side, first pitch and the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. You're listening to the Trentonian pregame show on WBCB. Don't go anywhere.
Offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey schools are number 1 in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Parents, if you want your child to learn from professionals of baseball, then the Alumni Baseball Camp is a perfect fit. Headed by Hun baseball coach Tom Monfiletto and a staff of knowledgeable Hun baseball alumni and friends, and held on a beautiful campus at the Hun School in Princeton, this camp is open to boys and girls from ages 8 to rising 9th graders, 2 sessions from July 24th to July 28th and July 31st through August 4th. Your child will learn comprehensive skills of baseball, competition, and sportsmanship, and there's a 3-to-1 player-to-coach ratio. Fundamental skill stations and daily awards, including a Camp World Series lunch, is also included. For more information, visit their website at alumnibaseballcamps.com. That's alumnibaseballcamps.com. This is the premier baseball camp in Mercer and Bucks counties. Let's introduce you to the Hun Raiders before we have tonight's national anthem as teams meet with the umpiring crew. Let's introduce you to the umpires first and foremost tonight. At second base, it'll be Andrew Calvano. Over at third base, Tom Argerio. Behind the dish tonight, Alex Cardona, and over at first base, Jay Rodriguez. And let's take a look at the Hun Raiders, their lineup tonight. It'll be Will Kramer leading things off and playing short for the Raiders. The designated hitter and junior Mike Olander. Mike Jolly batting third out in right field. Mike Cheravallo in center field, he bats fourth. Charlie Batista in the 5-hole on the bump tonight. Tyler Tucker over at third in the 6-hole, batting 7th. Deacon Bound behind the dish. Jack Saker over at first base, he bats 8th. And Nico Amicangelo, the sophomore second baseman, rounds out the lineup for the Hun Raiders. Again, Kramer, Olander, Jolly, Cheravallo, Batista, Tucker, Bound, Saker, Amicangelo for the Hun Raiders. The defending champs, the Hun Raiders. Tom Monfiletto meeting at home plate with home plate umpire Alex Cardona. Ground rules being established here tonight. Let's introduce you to how this field lays out here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. In left field down the line, 330. Same down the right field line, it's 330. And the straightaway center, 407. And something worth noting tonight, if somebody does get a hold of one, it'll be tough with that wind blowing in from center field. But that yellow line going above the topper part of that fence out there in the outfield, if a ball gets hit above that yellow line and over it, there's actually a space in between the other part of the wall. So the ball can go over that yellow line portion there, and that will be a home run. If the ball does hit off the batter's eye in straightaway center field on that top part there, that is also a home run as well. So something to monitor as well during this one tonight, as again, the umpires and coaches going over the ground rules. And just a beautiful night for baseball here as fans continue to pile in here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The Redbirds looking for their first victory in the Mercer County tournament since they defeated Hopewell back in 2019. And this Allentown team and Hun, they met already once this season. In the regular season, these teams met. Back on April 24th, Hun won that contest at Hun 7-3. We're going to take a quick break. On the other side, first pitch. We will honor America here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. And next, first pitch from the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship. Next, here on WBCB. Don't go anywhere.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey schools are number one in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
The table is set. The Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship from Trenton Thunder Ballpark is about set to get underway here on the WBCB Sports Network. Mike Warren alongside Ryan Baxter, excited to be with you for tonight's coverage as Charlie Batista toes the rubber and gets ready to do his warm-up pitches. Before we get underway, again, we'll introduce you to the Redbirds of Allentown High School. Leading things off and playing shortstop will be Dom Zilla, batting second out and right. Chris Whalen, Jack Sweeney, the future Scarlet Knight of Rutgers, out in center field and in the 3-hole. Slade Harrell in the 4-hole. He's the designated hitter tonight. Alex Bischoff, the catcher, in the 5-hole. In the 6-hole, J.D. Alster over at first base, Bryce Berrien, he's at third in the 7. In the 8-hole, Antonio DiMaggio out in left field, and Matt Acquaviva rounds out the lineup at second base. First three we'll see in Zilla, Whalen, Sweeney for the Redbirds as Batista fires one of his warm-up pitches in the dirt, and Ryan, you alluded to it during the Trentonian pregame show, the ability to control velocity, an important aspect, not just for Charlie Batista, but any pitcher who throws as hard as he does, topping out at 91 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, it's impressive enough being a high schooler topping out in the 90s as it is, but the main problem with a lot of the big hurlers is that even sometimes in the majors you see it, they lack that little bit of control that you would need to get the outs. In high school it's a lot more dramatic with it because they're not being coached by professionals and college-esque type players most of the time, so it's all over the place, but then they fine-tune it, and even then you look at guys like in the pros like Aroldis Chapman, or even, I can't even think of a fireballer right now, but a lot of those guys, they don't have perfect control of that fastball. It's either perfect or it's not. And hopefully, for his sake, he can have a lot more perfect than we saw the dirt ball just a second ago.
Let's introduce you to the Raiders and how they will line up defensively tonight. It'll be Trey Francis in left field, Mike Cheravallo in center field, Mike Jolly in right field, Tyler Tucker over at third base, Will Kramer at shortstop, Nico Emacangelo at second base, Jack Saker over at first, and Deacon Bound behind the dish with Charlie Batista on the hill for the Hun Raiders. Their second trip in as many years, their third overall, looking to defend their title tonight against the Allentown Redbirds. Batista finishes his warm-up pitches. Bound has fired his throw down the second. Stepping in, it's Dom Zilla. Just about set to get underway. First pitch of the 2023 Mercer County Tournament Championship is on the way, and it is offered at in the air. Left center field, ranging over Cheravallo. He's camped under that one, and he makes the catch for out number one. One pitch, one out.
That's exactly what you're looking for if you're Hun. You want to get your bats up as quickly as you can. You want to see if you can hit worse quickly, aggressively, and get these runs on the board before he has the chance to settle in.
With one down, that'll bring up the right fielder, Chris Whalen. Whalen, sophomore, can really flash the leather out in the field. A couple of impressive catches in our coverage earlier this season when they played Steiner to swing and a miss at the first pitch. That was the slider from Batista.
Looks like he's got it under control to start so far.
And Batista, he's got a fastball, a changeup, and a slider. Just saw the slider. The 0-1 on the way. It's a fastball. That's a slider again. Quickly, no balls and 2 strikes.
He might be feeling it right now.
This was something we saw when they faced Steiner earlier this season, Hun. They threw Batista in that one, and he relied on the slider to get the majority of his strikeouts. The 0-2 on the way. Fastball, trying to paint the outer black, just misses. It's 1-2.
Looking for a little bit of a backwards approach here. He gave him 2 all speeds and then tried to gas it right by him. I wonder if that's the approach for the rest of the game.
Not afraid to work inside out is Batista. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Left alone, it's an off-speed pitch outside. Makes the count 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
He's been working outside to Waylon. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but he hasn't really tried to brush him in just yet with any type of inside heat.
2-2 on the way, left alone and missing again outside. So quickly down 0-2, now it moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. As Chris Whalen has worked a full count, nobody on, 1 down, top of the first inning. The 6th seed Allentown Redbirds. The pitch, tipped straight back, and we'll do it again. Whalen battles.
Getting a good fight here in the second at-bat. You know, this is exactly what Allentown needed. They had a 1 pitch out, and now they're working on, what, a 6-7 pitch at-bat right now? It's impressive.
Making Batista work, a key to success. You have to think for Allentown. The 3-2 pitch in the air, right side, ranging towards foul territory. Going over is Saker, but he won't have a play on it as that ranges into the seats.
Making Batista work should be a point of emphasis because we kept talking about the control, and sometimes he does have a little bit of control issues. If you can continue to have him throwing instead of just getting quick outs, he's probably he'll lose it every now and then. Gets a couple base on balls, couple meatballs down the middle.
The 3-2 pitch, high and inside, almost got Whalen. That's a great at-bat from Chris Whalen. It works a walk in the first base runner of the afternoon for Whalen.
That was his first time going inside on him just then. He just missed it a little bit, but seems like the plan is keep it outside.
And that'll bring up Jack Sweeney, the future Rutgers Scarlet Knight. With Whalen on first, gets his lead. Batista peeking over, he comes set. The pitch, high and inside, 1 ball, no strikes. That fastball with a whole lot of life that time is, once we have the speeds displayed up on the board, we'll definitely try to relay them to you as best as we can. Whalen gets his lead off first. Batista, the 1-0 pitch on the way. Cut on, he offered at it according to the home plate umpire and Alex Cardona.
It's another nasty little slide piece right there. He gave him the heat to start, then busted a nice little breaking ball off to get him a little off balanced.
1 ball, 1 strike to Jack Sweeney, the Allentown center fielder, with Whalen on first base. Batista comes set, looking in, lifts the leg and delivers the pitch. Low and inside, 2 balls and 1 strike now to Jack Sweeney. Sweeney, the Redbird center fielder, hitting .508 on the season, leads the team in 7 major hitting categories, including slugging percentage, home runs, hits, RBIs, runs scored. The 2-1, left alone, a changeup finds the zone. Count goes even, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That's kind of what you got to do. You kind of have to hope that Sweeney gets a little too picky and he looks at something that's too close, because I'd say just go right at him, but he'd probably take a yard. So I don't know how to approach Sweeney. Batista's doing a great job so far, though.
Power bat versus power pitcher, a 2 ball, 2 strike count to Jack Sweeney. Batista has it, the pitch. Chopped foul off his foot. Whalen will retreat back to first base. Count holds, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 really good back-to-back at-bats here for Allentown, running up Batista's pitch count, literally making him show this team exactly everything that he has. He's going to have his best stuff to get this team out. They're showing that early.
With the count still 2 balls and 2 strikes, Batista looks in, comes set, now steps off, as maybe didn't like the sign he got from Bound that time, and maybe just not fully comfortable with that lead Whalen had over at first. Wasn't a big lead, really.
No.
Pretty modest over there.
Yeah, not the biggest lead, but he looks ready to go.
Batista throws over high, but Saker jumps up a bit, hauls it in, and definitely worth noting tonight, a good turnout from the Allentown Redbirds. Their student section, the flock as they call it, has made their way to Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Good turnout for the Redbirds tonight. Good turnout in general. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. He struck him out.
Gorgeous pitch sequence there. He kept him inside a lot that at bat, then he busts another nasty breaking ball right outside. A rare strikeout from Sweeney.
Batista gets Sweeney swinging with 2 down now and a runner aboard first. That'll bring up Slade Harrell, the designated hitter for Allentown.
My personal favorite name in all of Mercer County.
Batista working from the stretch with a runner on base. On the move is Whalen. Pitches low. Throw to second base is not in time. Whalen swipes second. A great throw by Deacon Bound, just not in time to get the speeding Whalen. Runner in scoring position now with 2 down for Allentown.
Great throw from Deacon Bound there, but an even better jump there from Chris Whalen. He was taken off and ready as soon as Batista's leg kicked up there. He was going to take a beautiful on-target throw to get him.
1 ball, no strikes to Harrell. Whalen inching off second. Harrell leaves that one alone. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Batista didn't like that one, though. I think he thinks that he caught the bottom of the zone there.
Using his changeup and slider effectively to this point is Charles Batista. The hard-throwing right-hander for Tom Monfiletto's Hun Raiders. The 2-0 pitch is a fastball in the dirt. Gets away from Bound. On the move is Whalen. He'll have no play as the first run of tonight's contest 90 feet away. Chris Whalen able to swipe third on the ball in the dirt.
It goes back to the control that we were talking about here. He's been relying on a lot of that breaking stuff so far. We've seen a lot of the slider and a lot of the changeup. Decent bit of that fastball, but it's mainly just been movement from Batista to start out this game. The Allentown faithful letting him hear it now.
That one ruled a wild pitch on Batista. Whalen able to capitalize and take third. Slade Harrell, 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs in the inning. The pitch, left alone, paints the outside corner. 3 balls, 1 strike to Harrell. He was getting ready to toss the bat and take first.
Yeah, that was a little close right there, but I know you're supposed to take on 3-0 regardless. But, you know, even in those, that's one of those ones you should swing the bat at regardless.
Outside that time, looked familiar to the pitch before. But Harrell able to work a walk, a 3-1 walk for him. So that'll bring up the catcher, Alex Bischoff. The senior gets his first trip to the plate tonight. 2 walks in the inning for Batista, and we mentioned it earlier, control going to be a big key for him tonight. Runners at the corners with 2 down.
Outside of those 2 walks, he's been throwing really well, though. He got a 1 pitch out and a strikeout on the best hitter on this team.
First pitch, offered at towards the middle, fielded, and stepping on second over there, that's Will Kramer, and Batista works out of a first inning jam. The Redbirds strand a couple in the top of the first. Hun Raiders coming up to bat next. Home half of the first inning. On the other side, you're watching the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship on WBCB.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
The Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. Visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery, located on 63 Butler Street, is the place to go for the best hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. Visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936.
And don't forget, fans, stick around for our Player of the Game interview brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936, proud to sponsor our post-game Player of the Game interview. Eddie Worst gets his warm-up pitches underway as Charlie Batista able to work out of a jam, stranding runners at the corners. No runs, no hits, 2 walks, and 2 left on in that inning for the Redbirds.
Yeah, he looked really, really good despite those 2 walks, honestly. He was able to have command over those breaking balls. You know, seemed a little off with the fastball to start out, but I'm sure as he gets along, he'll find his release point and he'll be able to dot it where he needs to be because he looks great right now.
As the Redbirds turn to their ace, Eddie Worst, the junior lefty. He's 3-0 on the season with a 1.22 earned run average. And getting us going for the Hun Raiders tonight, their shortstop, Will Kramer, who made the final out defensively for Hun just a half inning ago. Home half of the first here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Good to be with you on WBCB. First pitch to Kramer taken in the dirt. 1 ball and no strikes.
Kramer's another one of those big average guys. He's hitting .393 on the season out of the leadoff spot for this Hun team.
Second on the team in average. As he lets that one skip in the dirt, he's quickly ahead, 2 balls and no strikes. Kramer, the sophomore shortstop. The pitch. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes now. Kramer in the driver's seat. Worse trying to find his stuff.
A lot of outside locations in these first couple at bats.
In the dirt, a 4-pitch walk to start off the home half of the first for the Raiders. So here comes Michael Olander, the junior DH tonight. He's hitting for Trey Francis out in left field. Olander, one of the leaders of this team. Lets that first pitch go by him. An off-speed pitch, trying to find the zone still is worse. 5 straight balls to start this one.
Looks like we're getting a meeting of the minds out here on the mound now to try to calm him down.
Heading out there, Alex Bischoff, trying to make sure he's okay. Check in with his ace. Some unfamiliar type performance from him to start this one. As we mentioned, a 3-0 record, a 1.22 earned run average. Not many runners able to cross home plate against Worse. He's working from the far or the near side of the rubber towards first base. Well over on the rubber. The first pitch, or second pitch, excuse me, is fouled down the right field line, first base side. Stopped by the Hun first base coach over there. Evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
A lot of aggression here in these counts. Usually coaches don't want you to swing the bat until you see a strike, but guess he saw something that he really liked just then.
Kramer gets his lead off first. Olander with a 1-1 count. Worse lifts the leg, delivers, and paints the outer black. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now, as that meeting at the mound seeming to pay some positive dividends for the Redbirds and their ace.
Yeah, so far, you know, it's a big stage. Mercer County Finals at a Trenton Thunder Stadium. That means a lot to a lot of these kids. Could have a couple nerves going through. You just got to calm them down a little bit.
They've got Kramer in a pickle. The throw to second base is in time as Worse picks off Kramer. 1 down.
Beautiful lefty pickoff move. You love lefties, but you hate them when you're on base. They have the quickest move. You better be the fastest man in the world if you're going to beat that out.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mike Olander. Worse, the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Inside, just misses. 2-2.
That's a great spot right there. That's a great location.
Nobody on and 1 down after Worse was able to pick off Kramer. The 2-2 pitch. Up the middle, through the hole, a base hit. Just under the outstretched glove of Matt Aquaviva at second base. As Olander able to earn a trip aboard. It's a single for Hun, and that's their first hit of the night.
Nice little shot right there up the middle. Worse is almost able to grab that with his bare hand, and then another beautiful effort out there from your Allentown second baseman, Aquaviva, but, you know, got right through it. He got his glove on it a little bit, but nice little base hit there for Olander.
So that'll bring up Michael Jolly, who leads the Raiders in home runs with 5 on the season. Olander gets his lead pickoff move from Worse as Olander had that one measured. He gets back standing.
That's going to be a point of emphasis for the rest of the game. They're not going to want to get picked off again.
Jolly hitting .328 on the season. Olander gets his lead off first. Worse's pitch, chopped up the middle, could be 2. Flipping to second for 1, over to first. In time, 6-4-3 double play. Inzilla to Aquaviva to Ulster, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left on, and the Allentown Redbirds coming to bat next. Top of the second inning here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It's the Mercer County Tournament Championship on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB.
Who has the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks counties? The all-new Hyundai of Trenton has cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. All the new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton, the area's newest auto dealer, has the cars in stock at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. J.D. Ulster gets us going here for Allentown, top of the second inning after some great defense on display. A leadoff walk for Hun. Kramer gets picked off in a 6-4-3 double play after a single from Mike Olander. They get Jolly to ground into a double play and trying to get that shutdown inning and turn it into some momentum on the offensive side are the Redbirds. Ulster behind ahead 1 ball and no strike. The pitch on the way. On the ground right side, fielded by Saker. Takes his time, 3 unassisted the putout.
I was going to say about Ulster that he threw that complete game shutout to get them to this point, so I was excited to see what he could do with the bat, but going to have to wait for the next time up.
That'll bring up Bryce Berrien, the Allentown third baseman. First pitch on the way from Batista, left alone, taken high for a ball. Fastball that time from Batista, whole lot of life. Topping out at 91. Another fastball, that one dots the outer black, it's 1-1.
Looks like he's starting to get that location down that he needs to.
Ulster, Berrien, and DiMaggio, the 3 due up this inning. Already saw Ulster. He was set down on a ground out to first base. 2 balls, 1 strike to Berrien. Batista's windup and the pitch. On the ground, right side again. Fair ball down the right field line. This could be extra bases. Berrien's on his way around first, heads back now, as that's just going to be a single for him, but a nice hit as he pinches that one in between the first base line there. Trickles down the right field line and could have been trouble, but Berrien stays at first with 1.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that didn't turn into 2 there, but I guess first base coach saw something that we didn't, but like you said, beautiful little line shot down the line.
Jolly got to the ball pretty quickly there. He does have a really good arm in right field. Here's Antonio DiMaggio as he looks at a fastball outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Outfielder with the last name DiMaggio. He's got a lot to live up to.
DiMaggio ahead, 1-0. Batista's set. His pitch on the way in the dirt. Good stop by Deacon Bound. 2 balls and no strikes to DiMaggio.
Allentown's getting ahead in a lot of these counts, but it's not really going in their favor. They're getting a lot of either weak contact or it's just ending in walks or double plays or roll me over ground outs.
The pitch. 2-0 left alone, but a called strike on the outer half nonetheless. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 down, top of the second. Berrien on first after a 1-out single. Pitch on the way, left alone. DiMaggio, some good discipline up there as he's in a good hitter's count, 3 balls and 1 strike.
Almost looks like he's trying to fish him out for a double play here. He wants him to get on top of the ball. We've seen a lot of low stuff this at-bat specifically.
Matt Acquaviva awaits in the on-deck circle. Batista peeks over at first to check on Berrien. He's set, lifts the leg and delivers the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time, and the count moves full.
Good little challenge there from Batista. Now we're going to see, I would go right back to the fastball here because you don't want to risk it putting a runner in scoring position.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Berrien on first base. DiMaggio at the dish. Batista's pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. Runners at first and second with 1 down for Allentown.
This Allentown dugout is on fire right now. They're getting gassed up for every little thing going their way. They just exploded for a walk like it was a home run.
The Redbird dugout with a whole lot of life, some good discipline on display at the dish. And with one down, a runner in scoring position and another on first, it's Matt Aquaviva stepping in. The second baseman for Allentown, senior on this ball club. The Redbirds looking to capture a Mercer County tournament title, but looking for their first win against Hun since April 17th, 2018. A 7-6 victory in that one. First pitch from Batista on the way to Aquaviva is low. It's 1-0.
This team is grinding out a lot of these at-bats. You got to wonder if those last couple of losses, not having beaten Hun since 2018, is sitting in the back of their mind, being this is one of the bigger stages that they're going to have to face them again.
Batista peeks over at second at Berrien. He's set, lifts the leg and delivers the pitch. Paints the outer black. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Aquaviva.
It's just a beautiful spot there from Batista. I'm surprised he's not living out there if they're not offering at it.
It's a great point. That's definitely the most consistent spot he's hit with his fastball so far. Berrien gets his lead off of second. The pitch. Swing, chopped, well fouled down the third base line.
Good hands over there from the third base coach.
Good range, nice play over there. And gets the ball in quickly. His home plate umpire, Alex Cardona, warning the Redbirds players to make sure that everybody except for the on-deck batter is in the dugout. So the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Aquaviva. The pitch. Slider, got him looking.
That was dirty. Look, maybe he thought it might have been a little inside there, but absolutely not. That painted. That was a beautiful off-speed pitch.
2 down, top of the lineup due up now for Allentown. It's Dominzilla, runners at first and second. He flew out to center field on the first pitch of this contest tonight.
So he was on it really too. So if he barrels it up here, we could be seeing a couple runs.
High and inside fastball, and Zilla ducks out of the way. It's 1-0.
That's got to be a little freakier coming out of Batista's hands, coming that he tops out at 90-something.
Yeah, that'll put your heart in your stomach real quick. The 1-0 pitch. Off speed, just misses. The slider, definitely the bread and butter to this point for Batista. So he takes a slow stroll off the back of the hill, now walks up.
That outside part of the plate for him has been a blessing and a curse because he's been getting calls with that fastball, but that slider either has just been trickling off just a little bit or it's just not where he wants to put it.
3 straight balls to Inzilla. It's 3-0. Inzilla 0 for 1. He flew out to Cheravallo in left center field to start this one. DiMaggio on first, Berrien on second, 2 down. Zeros on the scoreboard, 1 hit for each team. The pitch. Outside for ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk to the Allentown leadoff man. As that'll warrant a visit from the Hun pitching coach. Check on Charlie Batista. No action down in the bullpen yet for Hun. Definitely worth noting with the bases loaded, 2 down. Batista having to work out of another jam here for Hun. He stranded runners at the corners back in the first. And this time having to work out of just a little bit tougher of a jam this time, Ryan.
Yeah, he did really well in the jam that he had last time. It's almost pretty similar to how he had it, except this time instead of walks, there's a base hit involved. But seems like Allentown's starting to see the ball a lot better. They're not chasing a lot. Very disciplined approach at the plate. Batista's been locating that slider and that fastball on the outside corner, and like I brought up earlier, they're just not offering at it for the time being. If they can get if they can get their barrel out there and it just drops into no man's land, we could be talking a completely different game.
The saying goes, put the ball in play, good things happen. Redbirds looking for that right here. 2 outs, bases loaded. Inzilla working the most recent walk. He's on first. DiMaggio on second, Berrien on third, and a first pitch called strike to Chris Whalen, who walked his first time up. A great at-bat from him, working a full count after being down 0-2. Batista set. His 0-1 on the way. Slider just misses high. It's 1-1.
I'm not too sure where that one missed, honestly. That was a really good pitch right there.
Crossed around the letters of the jersey for Allentown's Chris Whalen. Inzilla on first, DiMaggio on second, Berrien on third. A fastball low and just skips into the mitt. 2 balls, 1 strike to Chris Whalen.
The fastball's got life on it. It's just not in the zone, honestly. It could be effective. It's just he's just not putting it where it needs to be.
Batista's 2-1, left alone, and a called strike with the fastball that time. Evens the count at 2-2. Jack Sweeney awaits in the on-deck circle. He wants a crack at it this inning. Ducks on the pond. Bases loaded. Runners get their leads. Nobody being held on. The 2-2 pitch. Skips into bound. He keeps it in front of him. Runners will stay put. And the count is now full.
That is a fantastic block from Deacon Bound right there. He saved a run right there, no doubt.
And if you talk with Coach Tom Monfiletto, that's the first thing he mentions is that Deacon's one of the best catchers in the state of New Jersey, one of the best in the prep league. Not just defensively, offensively as well, able to contribute. The 3-2 pitch from Batista on the way. Did he go? Runner's going to come home. Pitch gets by him. No ruling from the first base umpire. Whalen beats it out. The ball gets by. A second runner's coming home. He will score. It's DiMaggio, and it's a 2-0 Allentown lead. Confusion at home plate. The home plate umpire tried to appeal to first, down to Jay Rodriguez. There was no ruling on the check swing from Chris Whalen, thus ruling a drop third strike, I guess, on the inside corner.
I guess
the umpire didn't call a ball or a strike.
No, he didn't, honestly. He was waiting for the call from the first base umpire. We didn't get one. We just have 2 runs on the board for Allentown now. That's convenient. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say about that. I'm just as confused as you are.
So 2 runs come across as this one's belted to left center field. On a ride, Chiaravallo on the run. He ranges over, slides, and makes the... No, he dropped it. He dropped it. They're going to say he didn't catch it. The runners are circling around the bases. 1 run is in. 2 runs are across. It's a 2 RBI double from Jack Sweeney, and it's a 4-0 Allentown lead.
Well, who else but Sweeney to come through right there and clear the bases for you? We're talking 4-0 now here, but what?
And Tom Monfiletto is furious. He stormed out of the dugout, and I think he's got a case. Chiaravallo made the catch, was into his slide, and it wasn't until he went to go get up off the ground that the ball came out of his glove. By rule, that should be out number 3, but the field umpire at third base, which is Tom Argerio, did not see that. So the umpires are all going to meet at the infield here, and let's see what they come up with, because Chiaravallo took his time. He thought that was out number 3.
I'll tell you what, that was an absolutely beautiful play out there from Chiaravallo. And they're going to say he's safe.
The ruling on the field stands. Monfiletto in disbelief. So a 2 RBI. I guess that's a double, maybe an error. I'm not even sure on that one.
I'd call it a double. But then he advanced on the throw, I would say. That's what I would say anyway. I wouldn't call that a triple. That's a very, very interesting way for this ball game to go. Unfortunate for Hun, but they're just going to have to come back with the bats and respond now. There's nothing they can do about it. Wouldn't be a championship game without controversy.
Oh, man. 1-0 on the way. A called strike on the outer half to Slade Harrell. As the confusion sort of calms down and the game resumes. 1 ball, 1 strike to Harrell. Batista's pitch on the way, left alone. Dropped by Bound, and it's ruled a ball. 2-1. Sweeney wasting no time turning on that one.
If anybody wanted a crack, it was Jack Sweeney. After striking out his first at-bat, he wanted to come up and do something big.
The 1-1. Outside, it's 2-1 to Slade Harrell.
you got to wonder if all this wackiness has done something to Batista's confidence, honestly, because he probably thought just as much as we did that was the third out of the inning, so he's probably getting ready for the next inning in his head.
A 4-spot put up in the inning by the Redbirds. A swing and a miss from Slade Harrell. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. The count moves full. Over at third is Jack Sweeney, responsible for 2 runs driven in tonight. The future Scarlet Knight of Rutgers University. The 3-2 pitch. Inside, misses for ball 4. Batista was walking off the mound as he can't believe the call that time. Maybe getting squeezed a little bit is Batista. It's a 2-out walk. Harrell's on first, and some bullpen activity now for Hun as a couple guys trot on down the right field line.
Yeah, I think he's getting squeezed a little bit. He's had a couple calls that really should have gone his way, but that was the one right there that could have gotten him out of another jam, honestly. A jam that he really should have been out of a batter ago, but, you know, here we are.
Fouled left side. This is Alex Bischoff, the 9th batter of the inning for Allentown. A 4-spot put across. 2 runs coming across on the drop third strike or ball 4. We don't really know, as the home plate umpire never ruled. A slider locates the zone. No balls and 2 strikes. I'm going to guess it's a ball that they gave Whalen. That's what I have it in my book. He walked because they never called it a strike. Swing and a miss on the slider. Gets Bischoff down on strikes, but damage is done in the inning for Allentown. 4 come across in the top of the second as Allentown gets the first lead of the night here in the Mercer County Tournament Championship against the defending champs, the Hun Raiders, but they're up to bat next, home half of the second. On the other side of this timeout, you're watching the Mercer County Tournament Championship on WBCB.
This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Weiner, your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Home half of the second inning, Mike Cheravallo gets us going as he was a part of that controversial play out in left center field. A whole lot of range on display from the Bucknell commit. Cheravallo, as he gets us going. 406 average, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs on the season as he leaves an off-speed pitch alone in the dirt. He's had 1 ball and no strikes.
You know he wants to step up and send one to the gap or over the fence. He's got to be fuming after that play out there in center field.
A capable bat for sure is Cheravallo as he lets the fastball cross in for a called strike. It's 1-1.
That outside spot's been a good little location for both Worse and Batista. I'm surprised they're not utilizing it a lot more.
The pitch. Worse is curveball, a little too high that time.
Beautiful little bender there. Just unfortunately didn't click in where it needed to click in.
2 balls, 1 strike to Mike Cheravallo. Worse's pitch. Left alone. It's 3-1 now.
Hun has to respond here. They can't go down scoreless here. That's a lot of momentum staying in Allentown if they go down scoreless.
Driven Left center field, ranging over out there. That's Jack Sweeney. He makes it look routine for out number 1.
Allentown faithful are telling him, that's how you do it out there. I can almost hear it from here.
F8 the putout. Charavallo set down, and that'll bring up Charlie Batista, a chance to help his own cause after 4 runs came across in the defensive part of the inning for the Raiders. Allentown with a 4-run spot on the board as Worse paints the outside corner. No balls, 1 strike.
Worse is living up to that 1.2 ERA at the moment right now. He's been very, very good to start this game.
The pitch. Off speed. Unable to get on top of that one. Count moves to 1-1 to Charlie Batista. 1 down in the inning after Charavallo flew out to Sweeney in left center field. Worse is 1-1 on the way, left alone, and a called strike. That one dots the outer half. Worse in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Charlie Batista. The windup and the pitch. High. 2-2.
Seems like he tried to and change his eye levels a little bit after giving him a breaking ball and got that high fastball above the zone.
Tyler Tucker, the Hun third baseman, on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Got him looking on the off-speed pitch. 2 down.
A beautiful bender, Eddie Worse. Couldn't have thrown that any better. I'm surprised Batista didn't take a cut at that, but, you know, guess it must have froze him.
Worse gets the ball back in after the throw around the horn. Goes a bit awry out into right field. Just trying to get everybody involved with the Redbirds after that big strikeout.
And strikeouts are fascist anyway.
2 down, it's Tyler Tucker's turn. Takes a fastball high and away, it's 1-0. Worse is 1-0. Same spot it looks like. 2 balls and no strikes now to Tucker. Deacon Bound would be up next if the inning does continue for Hun. Worse's 2-0 pitch. Missing, not sure where. It's 3-0 now.
A little inconsistency from our home plate umpire there with that outside corner. He's either giving him the calls or they're in the same spot, and he's not. It's weird.
3-0. That one looking just like the last one is great point by Ryan. It's 3-1.
Maybe a centimeter shorter on that one. I don't know. That looked very, very similar.
Worse trying to battle all the way back. A 3-1 pitch. Just misses outside. It's a 2-out walk worked by the Hun third baseman in Tyler Tucker, and it extends the inning.
If that last one was a centimeter, that was a millimeter. I don't know exactly where that one missed at all.
2 down, it's Deacon Bound's turn. Bound with a runner on first. A chance to do some damage, and definitely worth noting, Deacon Bound, the son of Kimberly Saul Bound of Saul Funeral Homes, a proud sponsor of high school baseball here on WBCB. First pitch to Bound, taken low and inside for a called strike 1.
That's the first time Worse has really worked that low corner right there. A little bit of an unexpected twist right there for Deacon.
Hun trying to take advantage of a 2-out walk. Pickoff move to first and getting back in, standing a bit awkwardly that time. Tyler Tucker.
Yeah, they're going to do their best to make sure that Worse doesn't get him again.
Worse retoes the rubber, working from the close side of the rubber towards first base. He's set. The 0-1 on the way. Left alone, and that one just missing outside.
This zone is confusing me a little bit, because it seems like he's putting it in the exact same spot every time. If he's missing by like maybe not even an inch. I'm very confused by this corner.
Worse is 1-1 on the way. Same spot, a called strike this time, and it's 1-2.
It even looked like he thought about it for a second, like he was gonna leave it alone, and he was like, yeah, never mind, strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Deacon Bound. Worse with a runner on first, the pitch. On the ground left side, but foul. Bound stays alive. Retreating back to first is Tucker. We'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Hun backstop.
Bryce Berrien made a heck of an effort in foul territory trying to make that play just then. He almost crashed into the dugout just then. He almost sold out for a play that didn't even count.
Worse peeking over at first base. The 1-2 pitch. Fouled back again. Off the suites above us here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. Good turnout tonight. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 away.
I love seeing a turnout like this, especially for high school baseball. I love it, honestly. It shows that the fans are really still into it.
The 1-2 left alone inside that time as Bound skirts out of the way of that one.
It's a really good idea there from Worse.
Works him outside, 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 and then pounds him low and in that time, trying to get him to offer. Worse's 2-2 on the way. Left alone, and the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Deacon Bound. Tucker on first.
That one I understand not getting called. That one did look a little high, but it's been a consistent little spot of question so far today.
The 3-2 pitch. Fly ball, right center field. Whalen's ranging over, seems to have it measured, reaches up with 2 hands, makes the catch, and the inning is over. Worse strands a runner. A walk in the inning, 1 left on. Allentown going back to work offensively after putting up a 4 spot their last time up. We head to the top of the 3rd here in the Mercer County Tournament Championship from Trenton Thunder Ballpark on WBCB.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township.
Don't forget, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of The Trentonian. For your complete and local national news 7 days a week, it's The Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's The Trentonian.
Top 3 here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark alongside Ryan Baxter. My name is Mike Warren, excited for tonight's action and an exciting top of the 2nd inning from the Redbirds as they put the ball in play and some good things happen for them, but 2 runs coming across without the ball being put in play is a questionable 3-2 pitch. The appeal going down to first base. It ended up being ruled a ball, and they ended up ruling Jack Sweeney's hit where Cheravallo, there was the confusion on that one. That ended up being ruled a hit. It was a double, and he advanced to 3rd on the confusion or lack of a throw.
See, I still think he caught that ball out there, but I guess they saw something that we didn't. First pitch is low there, 1-0.
J.D. Ulster steps in. Looks at that one.
He's the first baseman today, but in the semifinal game against Hopewell Valley, he pitched a 2-hit complete game shutout to get them to this final. An unbelievable performance from him on the hill.
Ulster 0 for 1 in this one, grounding out to Saker his first time up as he rips this one back to Batista. Takes his time, flips it over to Saker, 1-3 the putout.
Little look what I found right there, right back at him. Stuck the glove out there and was able to snare it before he had to have his second baseman make the play for him.
Here's Bryce Berrien. He singled and came around to score back in the 2nd. 1 for 1 on the night.
This is the man who started it all in that 2nd inning. Let's see if he can do it again.
First pitch from Batista on the way to Berrien. It's a slider that crosses the zone. No balls and 1 strike to Berrien.
Batista wants a quick inning so badly here after what happened in that top of the 2nd.
That slider runs a bit in that time and a little low.
I hope he doesn't start losing faith in that fastball after that last inning, because he can still get that in there and get them swinging and missing at it.
Batista's 1-1, ripped straight back. It's 1-2 now to Berrien. And you make a great point, a long couple of innings for Batista, both in the first and in the second. The second definitely much longer than the first, with 4 coming across in the inning. His 1-2 pitch, high, fastball. Little extra life on it that time, and maybe overthrowing a bit as Batista. Count evens now, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bryce Berrien. The pitch, swing and a miss in the dirt. Bound applies the tag. 2 down.
A gorgeous pitch there from Batista. It goes to what I was about to say. He has shown like poise that he can get out of situations like we saw in the first inning. The second inning was just on a series of unfortunate events for Hun. I wouldn't necessarily put that on Batista. He's shown that he's poised and ready to get through this game. Let's see if he can get through this 1-2-3, because he needs it.
Antonio DiMaggio is next as he fans the fastball in the dirt. It's 0-1. 4 strikeouts already for Batista in this one, but 4 runs across for Allentown. Fastball missing high. 1-1. Batista's 1-1 pitch on the way outside, tried to get picked out on the backhand by Bound. That one goes away from him.
He overthrew that slider a little bit just then. He really wanted to get some break on that. He got too much break.
Batista behind, 2 balls, 1 strike to DiMaggio, who walked and came around to score in the second. The 2-1, swing and a miss.
Had that one under control.
2 balls, 2 strikes to DiMaggio. Nobody on. 2 away in the inning. The 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Batista strikes him out. He strikes out 2 in the inning, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Hun Raiders. A much-needed shutdown inning in that for Hun. Their bats come to work next, trailing 4-0 here in the Mercer County Tournament Championship on WBCB.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation, and that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
To learn from professionals of baseball, then the Alumni Baseball Camp is a perfect fit. Headed by Hun baseball coach Tom Monfiletto and a staff of knowledgeable Hun baseball alumni and friends, and held on a beautiful campus at Hun School, this camp is open to boys and girls from ages 8 to rising 9th graders. 2 sessions from July 24th to July 28th, July 31st through August 4th. Your child will learn the comprehensive skills of baseball, competition, and sportsmanship. There's a 3-to-1 player-to-coach ratio, fundamental skill stations, and daily awards, including a Camp World Series lunch, is also included as well. For more information, visit their website at alumnibaseballcamp.com. That's alumnibaseballcamp.com. This is the premier baseball camp in Mercer and Bucks counties. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Hun Raiders, trailing 4-0. Back in the Mercer County Tournament Championship game for the 2nd straight year, the defending champs, with their backs against the wall, trailing by 4. As this one grounded to Inzilla at short, gets a lot behind that throw, fired over to first in time for out number 1.
Yeah, he put a little pepper behind that throw right there. He definitely wanted to make sure he got the out.
That'll bring up Nico Amicangelo as Saker set down on the first pitch he sees.
Nico Amangelico or Edwin Diaz with his walk-up music right now. We got some trumpets going at Trenton Thunder Stadium.
First pitch to Amicangelo taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Nico Amicangelo, the sophomore second baseman, going to be a part of that middle infield combo for years to come for Tom Monfiletto, as a off-speed pitch crosses right down the middle. It's 1-1. But one of the things I got to talk with Tom about early in the season is Werse's pitch on the way, up the middle. Going to be a tough play for Inzilla. It's through for a base hit. And McAngelo aboard with a single with one down, and as I was getting ready to get to, he's very optimistic about his double play combo up the middle, both of them being sophomores in Kramer and McAngelo. As we see Will Kramer for the second time tonight, he walked but was picked off his first time up.
It's always nice having a young middle infield that you could develop and make your own infield, especially having two young guys like this who have shown that they can be real studs for this program.
Worse's pitch, it's an off speed that crosses the outer half. It's 0-1 to Kramer. Hits even at 2 apiece for each team. Worse is 0-1, high and away, evens the count. Michael Olander would be up next. He awaits in the on-deck circle. Top of the lineup with Kramer up.
It was a quick inning for Batista last time, so you know he's hoping that his bats are able to pick him up with that right now.
Pickoff move over to check on McAngelo as he slides back in head first. Kramer looking to make up for his last time after getting picked off. Chance to do some damage with 1 on and 1 out, trailing 4-0 after McAngelo got on with a single. Worse is set, picks off to first, and McAngelo back in plenty of time, diving back in the first, but probably could have got back in standing that time if he wanted to.
You got to show that you played a little bit. You got to get your uniform dirty.
There you go. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back, and it's 1-2 now to Kramer.
Glad he was able to get back in there and fire one in there for a strike there, even for a foul ball, I should say, because usually if they throw over a couple of times, they're more worried about the base runner than they are the batter. You never want that to be the case.
Eddie Worse, the junior lefty. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He put the fastball by him. 2 down.
Another strikeout for Eddie Worse. Not necessarily big on his strikeouts today, but that one was swinging. He got him looking early on in the day. He might be starting to feel it a little bit here.
With 2 down and a runner on, it's Michael Olander. He's 1 for 1 with a single. Stranded. First pitch from Eddie Worse. Turned on. Down the left field line. This should be extra bases. That'll roll all the way to the wall. On his way to third and being waved around home, that's McAngelo. The relay throw over the head of the cutoff man. He'll score easily. It's a 2-out RBI double from Mike Olander, and the Raiders are on the board.
What a swing from Olander. The DH coming through and doing exactly what he needs. This is exactly what Hun needs, and you got to think that this shifts the momentum a little bit towards the Hun side here. See if they could heat up even more now. They got Jolly up now, who's a big, big bat. This is the one that they're going to need to come through right here, right now.
2 outs and a runner in scoring position for the Hun leader in home runs, and Mike Jolly. He's got 5 on the year as Coach Tom Monfiletto requests time, and it's granted by home plate umpire Alex Cardona. Olander drove that ball to left field. It was on a ride and trickled all the way to the left field wall. McAngelo with the green light on the base paths as he came flying around third. Monfiletto didn't even think about it. Like a propeller with his right arm, waving him around third base. He came across to score easily after the cutoff throw. A little bit high for Inzilla.
I don't think he was going to be able to stop him either way if the ball was coming through. Another
Ripped
one
down the left field line, a base hit. This should score another. Hun's cut the lead in half. On his way to second is Jolly. It's another RBI double, and the Hun Raiders have life.
The defending champions are coming through when they need to. They're getting these hits and these runs when it's not too late in the game. It's still early for them. They still have a lot of ground to make up here. Eddie Worse is one of the best pitchers in Mercer County for a reason. He should realistically lock in and see if he can get out of this inning here, but this is the start of a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful game for Hun.
A couple of hard-hit baseballs from 2 of the best hitters for Hun, and the best hitter for Hun on the season up now with another runner in scoring position. A 2-out rally for the Hun Raiders. Back-to-back RBI doubles from Olander and from Jolly. Michael to one more Michael. And Michael Charavallo, he tries to get involved as his Mike compadres have contributed. Who has the car inventory in Mercer and Bucks counties? The all-new Hyundai of Trenton has cars priced from $2,000 to $200,000 and everything in between. All the new Hyundai models, pre-owned cars, and SUVs from BMW, Audi, Cadillac, Ford, Chevy, and other models. Hyundai of Trenton has the inventory ready for immediate delivery. Hyundai of Trenton at 1655 North Olden Avenue in Ewing Township. Proud to sponsor today's contest. Swing and a tip as Charavallo wanted to give that one a ride. He's behind, no balls and one strike now to Worse.
He was trying to ride that all the way to North Olden.
2 across, home half of the third. It's 4-2 after the Redbirds erupting for 4 in the top of the second inning. Hun with a nice response this time around after Batista with a shutdown inning defensively. Here's Charavallo behind 0-1. The pitch left alone. It's an off-speed missing outside. Evens the count at 1 apiece.
Allentown's got some bullpen activity going on down there now. We got somebody running down the left field line. And this is eerily similar to how Hun took over in the semifinal game against Notre Dame. They had a third inning just like this. It was double after double after double, and they put up a 4-spot that inning, actually.
Charavallo sat on the off-speed pitch, but pulls it foul that time. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now to the Hun center fielder. As with that RBI double, taking the lead now in RBIs in the season with 21 was Mike Jolly. Passing Charavallo, a chance to tie him. Still with a runner in scoring position, 2 down. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Worse's pitch. In the air, right side, not hit too deep. Coming in is Whalen. He has a long run. He's there. He makes the catch, and the inning is over. The Raiders respond with 2 across on 2 RBI doubles in the inning from Mike Olander and Michael Jolly. It's 4-2. The Allentown Redbirds looking for a response as we head to the top of the 4th inning here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It's the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship here on WBCB. Don't go anywhere.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun.
Top of the 4th here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark, the Mercer County Tournament Championship between the defending champion Hun Raiders, who just responded with 2 runs across in the inning, a couple of RBI doubles. They cut the deficit in half. It's 4-2, and Charlie Batista back out for his 4th inning of work.
A lot of momentum has gone towards Hun. See if he can come back and capitalize on it right here.
9-1-2 for Allentown. First pitch low and inside. 1 ball and no strikes to Matt Aquaviva. Aquaviva, Inzilla, and Whalen, the 3 due up for Allentown.
Aquaviva's really acted like a second leadoff man for this team, honestly, down here in the 9 hole. He's not the flashiest over 300, over 400 guy, but he's one of those on-base guys that's definitely going to make sure he either steals you a bag or gets you a runner in scoring position.
Quickly ahead. 2 balls and no strikes. Matt Aquaviva. The pitch. Called strike on the outer half.
The outer half is coming into play again. It's a quick steal me strike.
A pitcher's best friend. The strike low and away. Batista's 2-1 on the way. Ripped up the middle. Diving. And Micangelo, did he get it? He did!
What a play, Micangelo. Take a bow, take your hat off, tip my cap to him. What a effort out there at second base.
Line out to the second baseman and Micangelo. He makes the catch, diving with the backhand. And there's 1 down for Dom Inzilla.
That's got to be a deflator if you're Allentown right there, because he didn't hit that ball weakly. He put a charge into that one.
Swing and a miss. The pitch in the dirt looked like the changeup from Batista. 0-1.
You'd think he's going to start working in a lot more of his off-speed stuff here.
Batista's 0-1, almost offered at, but a check swing from Enzilla. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. The intensity starting to pick up throughout the crowd here tonight as the Hun fans continuing to pile in, but they're making their voices heard. Fastball dots the outer black. It's a called strike 2. Batista in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Dom Enzilla. He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. The 1-2 pitch. Left alone, a called strike 3 on the inside corner. Slider got him looking.
An absolutely beautiful breaking ball again there from Batista, who has seemed to kind of fall in control here. He's been a little dominant these past couple innings. Hasn't really been touched too much. A lot of lookings, a lot of, oh, that's that. Because he's starting to find his control. He's starting to find his spots. So he gets another one there for a strike.
First pitch strike for Batista to Chris Whalen. Whalen, he's walked twice. That time takes it in the dirt. It's 1-1.
Almost offered at that.
The windup in the pitch from Batista. High and away. 2 balls and 1 strike now to Chris Whalen. Whalen scoring 1 of Allentown's 4 runs. Whalen steps back in after being granted time. Batista looks in to bound. The 2-1. That's a fastball. It misses. And it's a 3-1 count to Chris Whalen.
A little bit of overthrowing there, it seems like, from Batista. Not to quote the movies here, but it's an egg. Hold it like an egg.
3-1 hitters count for Whalen. The pitch. Chopped foul, and the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Chris Whalen. Couple of walks in this one.
I feel like we've been in a lot of 3-2 counts today, and they've really been in big situations as well. This is one of the times we've seen it without runners on.
The payoff pitch. High for a ball, 3 walks earned in this one by Chris Whalen.
Gotta love on-base percentage.
2 down and a runner on. That'll bring up Jack Sweeney, who had a 2 RBI double back in the second on what was definitely the most confusing play of the night. Mike Charavallo ranging to left center field, sliding, looked like he hauled it in, and it came out on the transfer. Some opinions up here in the press box thought otherwise. Nonetheless, on the field, it was ruled as a base knock, a double, and Sweeney able to advance in the throw. On his way out to the hill, it's Tom Monfiletto talking things over with Charlie Batista. Some action down in the Hun bullpen, a couple of bodies down there getting loose.
You got to wonder if the leash on Batista is just getting slimmer and slimmer with... He's been pitching very, very well, don't get me wrong, but the pitch count and the walks, they add up after a while. One of these times, those walks could really come back to bite him.
Here is Jack Sweeney. He's 1 for 2 with a double and a strikeout. 2 RBIs on the night. Slugging above 1,000 for the season and hitting over 500 for average on the year. Behind or ahead, 1 ball, no strike. The pitch left alone in the dirt. Good stop by Bound. He keeps it in front. Whalen stays put.
I'll tell you what, Whalen's secondary leads are absolutely massive. He is taking big jumps over there at first base.
And we talk about that outside pitch. A common theme for catchers is if there's that outer corner with a righty batter, a snap throw to first can happen. Not yet so far for Bound in this one. This one rolled over left side and foul. Count moves. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Because Whalen's basically running as soon as the pitch is thrown, and he's stopping halfway, almost hoping that he's not getting caught in this situation. But I hope that he's quick enough to get back to the base for his sake.
Top 4, 2 outs, runner on first. The 2-1 to Sweeney, taken for a ball, and it's 3-1 now. That one gets some reaction from the Hun fans as they wanted a called strike. Nonetheless, a hitter's count to Sweeney. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 down. Top of the 4th, 4-2 the score. Allentown on top. The pitch. Left alone, a called strike 2 outside, works the count full.
Yeah, Sweeney knew that one too. He knew that that was going to get called on him. He wanted to take a cut, but he thought it was outside. As soon as he saw it, he knew.
Slider, throwing it for strikes is Batista. He's set. The 3-2 pitch. Left alone, a called strike 3, and the inning is over. He gets Sweeney looking that time on the off-speed pitch. 2 more strikeouts in the inning for Batista as he's dealing now. He strands a runner, and the Hun bats looking to get back to work after putting up 2 their last time up, trailing by 2. We head to the home half of the 4th. You're watching the Mercer County Tournament Championship on WBCB.
Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey schools are #1 in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford Subaru or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
Charlie Batista will get us going here. Home half of the 4th. Hun trailing 4-2, but doing some damage their last time up and looking to pick up where they left off.
We got textbook definition, a help yourself out pitch right here. See what he can come through and do.
And you're absolutely right, Ryan. I mean, a great opportunity here for Batista. He struck out looking his first time up, but as you mentioned, the leadoff man for this inning, he can really set the tone here and help his own cause. First pitch, it's an off-speed one that misses outside. Batista's ahead, 1 ball and no strikes. Eddie Worse remains in this one. Back out there for his 4th inning of work. His 1-0 pitch on the way to Batista. It's left alone, and it's 2 balls and no strikes now.
I'm not sure the leash that Worse has earned for this Allentown team, but I assume that they would ride him until the wheels fall off with how good he's been all season.
2-0 outside. Batista in the driver's seat. 3 balls and no strikes as a battle of the pitchers ensues here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship here on WBCB. Ryan Baxter and Mike Warren pleased to be with you here tonight. The 3-0 outside, a 4-pitch walk to start the inning for Batista.
Nice little bat flip on the walk there too from Batista.
Leadoff runner aboard. It was a key to the successful inning for Hun last time, and they do it again here. Here's Tyler Tucker, Hamilton native. Junior third baseman for Tom Monfiletto's Raiders. Batista inches off first. Worse, lift the leg. He comes home. A bunt from Tucker tipped into the mitt for strike 1.
Starting to see some small ball get implemented finally. I'm surprised that it took this long into the game because you usually see bunts 2-3 times by the 3rd inning. But they've been coming out here trying to send tanks over the wall, I guess.
First base umpire Jay Rodriguez having some words with Batista and the Hun first base coach. It's Batista.
What do we got going on here?
I would love to know what is going on exactly. As Monfiletto is going to meet up with his first base coach. And I'm not sure if there was another ball on the field or what, but there's a white object that the first base coach is holding down there, and they're giving it to the umpire. And it looks like they're going to have a courtesy runner for Charlie Batista come in now. Or not, I don't know. He's backpedaling towards the bullpen. Whole bunch of confusion tonight here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. We've had a little bit of everything in terms of confusion and stoppages to the game. Would love some form of an explanation for us up here, but we just don't have a clue. Trying to depict what is going on for you guys at home as best as we can, but not sure what the situation was. As we do have a courtesy runner on first base now for Batista. Rohan Sheth will take over, as it was Lucas Henderson, the Hopewell Valley transfer for Hun. He was the one that originally was called to pinch run, but he's also warming up down in the bullpen. So, as Rohan Sheth steps on to first base to take over for Batista, pickoff move. Sheth just hops back into the bag as he's back in safely and easily that time. Tucker still waiting for the second pitch of this at-bat. He's behind, no balls, 1 strike. Worse looks in, has his sign, he's set, lifts the leg and delivers the pitch. High, it's 1-1. Tucker walked back in the second. Stranded on base, the only time he reached. The 1-1 pitch from Worse, a bunt attempt down the third base line, a beauty at that. Fielded and flipped over to first, picked out in time to retire Tucker. Nice play by Bryce Berrien, even better play by J.D. Ulster over there at first base. 1 down, a runner in scoring position for Hun. And that'll bring up Deacon Bound.
Yeah, that was a great dig over there from Ulster, but if you're Hun, this is exactly who you want up right now with a runner in scoring position. We alluded to it earlier that he was one of the better catchers defensively and offensively, but now we're going to really see it right here in front of our eyes.
Sheth in scoring position, pinch running for Charlie Batista. First pitch to Bound, rolled over, left side. Berrien keeps it in front of him. Going to be a tough play. The throw to first, not in time. Bound beats it out down the line. Ulster can't believe it. Runners at first and second with 1 down for the Raiders.
That was a close one there, but he was booking it down the line there. It would have taken an even better throw to get him out. I think they got the call right there, but way to hustle out there from Deacon Bound.
Rule that an infield single for the Raiders, and they're in business. 1 down, runners at first and second, the tying run aboard. And the leading run stepping up to the dish, it's Jack Saker. Jack committed to play his ball at Lehigh, the sophomore first baseman. The pitch. Taken. Called strike, it's 0-1.
The amount of young talent on this team. We just talked about a sophomore committed to play baseball at Lehigh. They're going to be good for a long time, this Hun team.
The pitch. Off speed, finds the zone. It's no balls, 2 strikes to Saker. Pretty pitch that time from Worse.
That was a nasty breaking ball there. Nasty.
John Rossman pinch running on first base for Bound. Courtesy runner. 2 courtesy runners on for both the catcher and the pitcher. It's Sheth at second for Batista. And Rossman over at first for Bound. The 0-2 pitch in the air. Left field. Ranging back out there is DiMaggio. He has it measured. Reaches up, makes the catch. Runners will stay put as the throw coming in is offline. Pulls Berrien off the bag. Nonetheless, runners will stay put. 2 down now. And that'll bring up Nico Emacangelo, who scored the first run for Hun on the RBI double from Mike Olander. Emacangelo with a single. He's 1 for 1 in this one. Rossman on first. Sheth on second. Worse is set, peeks over at second, lifts the leg and delivers. The first pitch fastball, dots the outer black. It's no balls and 1 strike to Emacangelo.
Worse needs to get this 1-2-3 strikeout. He needs to get a quick ground out here. These runners on these bases are fast. You can just tell by the way they're taking these leads.
Off speed, misses high and away. It's 1-1.
The good thing I like is that he's really not looking at the base runners right now. He's just attacking the hitter, which is exactly what you need to do with 2 outs.
Bottom 4, 2 down, 1 in scoring position and 1 on first. The pitch in the air, right field, it is foul.
Almost a lot of trouble there for the Redbirds. A ridiculous amount of trouble almost just then.
Count moves to no balls, 2 strikes to Nico Amicangelo.
We saw him flash the leather a little bit ago. See if he can come through now with the twig. That would be apropos.
Runners remain at first and second. Rossman on first, Chef on second, getting their leads respectively. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Worse. Popped up, right side. This one's going to find a spot in the seats. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Thank you.
Got a good fight here with 2 outs to try to get these runs across here. These 2 tie the game up here. You know that's in the back of his head.
Redbirds on top 4-2, looking for their first Mercer County Tournament Championship since 2017. The pitch from Worse, driven to left, on a ride, ranging over DiMaggio. He dives, he can't grab it in. 1 run's gonna score. On his way to third, the throw, he's safe at third, and Rossman on his way to second. Amicangelo on the throw. It's a 1-run game as Hun battling all the way back and still not done. Runners at second and third with 2 away.
The 2-out hitting from Hun has been unbelievable. It seems like we just talked not that long ago about the 2-out rallies that they had to get the 2 runs just then. Now they're down by 1, another 2 runners in scoring position, and these bats are heating up.
Chef comes around to score. Rossman, he's at third. Amicangelo at second. The pitch, swing and a miss. Will Kramer fans at that one. Top of the order now for Hun. 0 for 1 with a walk is Kramer.
If you're Worse, you just kind of want to put it anywhere and hope that they're in like a swing at any time type mode. Little chin music.
Kramer backing out of the way. Chin music indeed. It's 1 ball and 1 strike now to the Hun shortstop.
That'll definitely wake you up a little bit right there.
Leading run on second base for Hun. 2 away. Worse trying to work out of a jam. The pitch. Breaking ball missing high and away. It's 1-1 now. Excuse me, 2-1 now to Kramer.
This is a make or break at bat for both sides here. This is really going to determine how the rest, in my opinion, is going to determine how the rest of this game goes.
The 2-1 from Worse. Fouled back right side. And finding the main concourse back there.
The sound effects for these foul balls have just been lovely. They've
been great,
night.
yeah.
Like I've been trying to hold my chuckles in, but sometimes I just can't help it.
Oh yes. Special shout out to Liz Crawford, the director for tonight's event here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark, head of production, the game day production staff here. Yeah, the sound effects are top grade. 2-2, cut on and miss. Worse works out of a jam. He strands 2. But Hun tacks on another in the inning. A big-time strikeout from Eddie Worse as the junior lefty able to strand a couple. Allentown clinging on to a 1-run lead. Their bats coming up next. Top of the 5th here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It's the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship on WBCB. Don't go anywhere. Lucas Henderson comes in relief for Hun. Batista's day is done. 4 innings for Batista, allowing 4 runs across. And don't forget, fans, the Italian People's Bakery is proud to support high school sports on the WBCB Sports Network. You can visit them at their signature location at 63 Butler Street for the finest rolls, deli meats, and pastries. Drive by to smell that homemade bread made daily or have them cater your next party or affair. The Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg is the best place to go for hoagies on Sunday afternoon and the finest dessert trays for your special get-together. You can visit them once again at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. And don't forget, fans, stick around post-game, the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game after this one, where the Player of the Game will take home a gift certificate for a free sandwich. So Lucas Henderson comes in for Hun, and he is, for lack of a better term, their ace. He's done a little bit of everything this season. Coming out of the pen, a couple of starts, the junior righty, Hopewell Valley transfer. He's 3-1 on the year with a 1.48 ERA. And Tom Monfiletto turns to him here to face this Allentown lineup. It'll be 4, 5, and 6. Heart of the lineup due up for Allentown. Still holding on to that one-run lead. Hun taking the lead in terms of hits in this one in that last half inning. They have 4 to Allentown's 3, but Allentown still on top by 1 run. Henderson's first pitch, that one in there. It's a fastball for called strike 1.
Henderson's got a really tough 4, 5, 6 to go through right here. You know, he's been the ace of the program, like you said, but still, it takes a lot more to get out of this than being the ace.
On the ground right side, Emma Cangelo has it, flips it over to first to Saker in time for out number 1. 4-3 the putout.
Catcher number 8, Alex Bischoff.
1 down. Here's the catcher, Alex Bischoff. He's 0 for 2. Struck out looking back in the second. First pitch from Henderson, left alone and just a bit outside. An off-speed pitch that time. 1 ball, no strikes to Bischoff. Henderson's 1-0 on the way, and a called strike, a pretty slider that time from Lucas Henderson.
We've seen some absolutely beautiful breaking balls tonight from every pitcher we've seen.
The 1-0, excuse me, the 1-1 in the dirt. It's 2-1. Throw back to Henderson, gets away from him a bit. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bischoff.
They're expecting Henderson to come in here and shove, so I'm kind of expecting Allentown to be a little bit more aggressive in the sense of taking some early swings.
2-1, fastball high and away. 3 balls, 1 strike, a hitter's count for Bischoff. Looking for his first hit of the night. Hit into a fielder's choice to end the first. The 3-1. Ripped foul and heading over the top of the stadium and maybe towards the parking lot. Count moves full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Bischoff. Henderson has the sign, the windup, and the payoff pitch. Ripped down the first base line and foul. So we'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
It's one of the first times they've offered at that outside corner for finally, honestly. They've been getting striked out looking the entire time. Both sides have. It's nice to see him take a cut and take it oppo.
Henderson looks into bound, has the sign, the payoff pitch in the air and ranging towards the seats again. It'll find the seats. Another foul ball.
Fans, please return all foul balls to the dugouts. Thank you.
Long at bat here to it's not his first batter, but in his first appearance here, getting a decent little at bat from Bischoff. So run that pitch count up. Hopefully they can get him on base here.
The 3-2. Up the middle, through the hole, a base knock. 1 out base runner for the Redbirds as Bischoff gets his first hit of the night on a 3-2 pitch. Single has them in business, excuse me, with a runner on and 1 down. That'll bring up J.D. Ulster. Top of the 5th. Allentown on top, 4-3. Hits now tied back up again at 4 apiece. Only 1 error in this one. That one going against Hun.
Weird one nonetheless, but an error still.
Bischoff gets his lead off first. The first pitch from Henderson to Ulster taken away. It's 1-0. Ulster, he's 0 for 2. Grounded out to first his first time up, and back to the pitcher his second time up as he offers it this one and hits it foul down the third base side and evens the count. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Allentown first baseman.
I was going to say, not as much aggression as I was expecting Allentown to come out with, and then he sends one down the foul line like that. But still, I expected a lot more early swings here, especially with the ace coming in knowing that he can throw strikes.
Henderson looks in, now throws over to first as the ball gets away from him. On his way to second. That's Bischoff, and Bischoff, excuse me. He'll take second base easily. It's another error for the Raiders on the pickoff move from Lucas Henderson.
I'm surprised he threw that away, honestly. You don't really see that too much on the pickoff plays. Good reads from Bischoff to be able to beat that throw. There wasn't even a throw made, but a good read from there to completely dust any defender that could have had the idea of throwing him out.
So Bischoff now on second base, 1 down, a 2-1 count to J.D. Ulster. Ulster looking to get involved in the hitting game as well. He's 0 for 2. After watching Bischoff hit a single his last time up. Trying to get involved. The pitch offered at and fouled back left side.
This kid's got a lot of energy. He's an electric factory. So if he gets on base, if he brings in a run here, we're going to see this Allentown dugout and him specifically explode.
Bischoff gets his lead off second. The pitch in the air left side. Looks like it could stay in play, but it's going to carry out as Trey Francis gave it a good look, but just not enough real estate for him to make that one.
Looked like he had it there for a minute. I was almost expecting a web jam out of there.
Wind continues to whip in here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark from straightaway center field, really. Flags all blowing straight in at us here in the booth.
Oh, yeah, we're getting blasted in the face by whatever cold air is coming off the Delaware.
Henderson comes set. Looks over at second, lifts the leg, the 2-2 pitch. Off speed had him out in front. Tips it straight back. Deacon Bound heads on out, and maybe a little miscue in pitches that time.
Ulster appears to be a fan of getting the fans involved in the game here. We've seen a lot of foul balls from him. You know he wants to straighten this out, though. It looks like he's on it. Like, it just seems like he's barely missing these with the barrel.
The high school and college levels specifically, a lot of hitting coaches will tell their guys foul balls are a win for an at-bat. It makes the pitcher work. It increases the probability of a mistake over the middle of the plate. If you're able to foul pitches off consistently, it's a win for the batter. It's a 2-2 count. Lucas Henderson, the pitch. Fouled back again. Ulster staying alive on Henderson. Bischoff staying put over there at second base.
Ulster putting in the at-bat of his life right now. And I know Henderson's got to be a little frustrated. It's always frustrating trying to get a guy out, and it's just foul ball, foul ball, foul ball.
Henderson has the sign from Bound again. The 2-2 pitch. That one just misses outside. Hun fans in disbelief, Allentown fans loving it. The count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to J.D. Ulster. Bischoff on second, 1 away. Top of the 5th, 4-3 the lead for Allentown. The number 6 seed, Redbirds. The pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside corner. A delayed one at that. Ulster goes down looking.
That looked like the same one he just took. Honestly, I'm surprised that he rung him up right there. That was very, very close to the 2-2 pitch to make it 3-2. I think Ulster should be on first base right now.
Nonetheless, 2 away. Bischoff remains at second, and that'll bring up Bryce Berrien. A single and a strikeout in this one. He's 1 for 2.
Wow.
First pitch from Henderson on the way. It's thrown over the top of Berrien, and off-speed pitch that time, just a little wild.
I'm a little surprised he didn't try to wear that there just to get the runner on.
It's a good point. One ball, no strikes to Berrien. Henderson looking over at Bischoff. The pitch in the dirt almost. 2 balls and no strikes now to Bryce Berrien.
It was an overall great at-bat from Alster and Henderson that last at-bat, but you know Henderson wants to get through this one a lot quicker. It seems like he's overthrowing a little bit after that because he's behind again.
2-0, offered at and fouled straight back. 2-1.
Posters are taking a lot of damage today with these foul balls.
Kramer toying with Bischoff at second. Henderson steps off, resets, gives Bryce Berrien a chance to regroup. As it does for Henderson, he's back on the rubber. 2 balls, 1 strike. Looks over at second. He's set. The 2-1 pitch. Paints the outer black, counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes after the fastball hums in there for strike number 2. Henderson trying to strand another. Raiders have done so at a decent rate in this one. The 2-2. Off speed, ranging too far outside of the zone in the other's batter's box this time, and the count moves full.
Broken record, another full count here. Another big situation here. Runner on second, 2 outs, only up by 1. This is a nice little insurance run that they could go for right here.
Henderson's 3-2 pitch. Pulled foul towards the Allentown dugout. We'll do it again at 3-2. Berrien singled in the second, starting off that rally in the inning for Allentown, where 4 came across. He was the second batter in that inning.
We've seen, again, 2 back-to-back tough at-bats in these Redbirds. It's been fight after fight after fight.
The 3-2 pitch on the ground left side, but foul. The battle continues. Berrien continues to stay alive. Henderson forced to work just a little bit more.
Would like a new ball, too.
And he gets one. Alex Cardona flipping one out to him, and the previous ball gets flipped towards the Hun dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes is Alex Cardona needing a few more baseballs. They get fired in from the Hun dugout now.
4 bullets from the Hun coach right there.
Fresh pouch of baseballs for Alex Cardona. And that should be good for now, for action to resume.
Fingers crossed.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Bryce Berrien. Henderson looks into bound. Nods the head, he has the sign. Comes set at the chest. The pitch. Low, it's ball 4, and another 2-out walk forced by the Redbirds. Runners at first and second.
That one might have been a little makeup right there for the last one, because that was just as close as Alster's at bats. Those 2 that he took, 1 for ball, 1 for a strike. That was equally as close.
We have a pinch hitter here for Allentown. It'll be number 24, J.C. Lacara. He'll hit for Antonio DiMaggio. Lacara, he's been a designated hitter at times for Allentown this season, as Deacon Bound and Tyler Tucker meeting at the mound with Lucas Henderson. So Lacara makes his way to the box. Runners at first and second. Berrien on first. Bischoff on second. Allentown looking to cash in on some insurance here, Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, with the pinch hitting move, I guess they wanted to see more lefty versus righty matchup right here just to get a little opposite-handed going in here. But like you said, he's been a DH a couple of times, and he can come through whenever they call on him pretty much. So for their sake, here's to hoping that he can come through.
The 1-0 pitch. Left alone, it's outside, and 2 balls and no strikes now to J.C. Lacara.
Seems to be a Henderson special so far for this. Falls behind at least 2 balls and then gets it right back in for 2 strikes.
2-0 on the way to Lacara. Offered at, fanned at, 2-1.
He's been able to find his command 3 pitches to 4 pitches in just about every batter that he's faced. It's pretty impressive.
Henderson working from behind. 2 balls, 1 strike to Lacara. The pitch dots the outside corner and the count evens. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away, 2 runners on. Top of the 5th, 4-3 the score. The number 6 seeded Allentown Redbirds clinging to a 1-run advantage, a chance to add on with a runner in scoring position. And 2 down. The 2-2 to Lacara. Foul off the mitt of Bound, unable to haul that one in. We'll do it again at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Despite the last couple hitters not coming through in the sense of RBIs, the fights that they've been having with Henderson have been phenomenal. He's supposed to be the ace of this rotation, come in, get quick outs so the bats could step back up. They're not letting him get these quick outs.
Henderson's 2-2. Low. Count now full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second, likely in motion here. Bischoff on second. Berrien on first. Henderson with the sign. Lifts the leg, the pitch. Outside, ball 4. The bases are loaded, and another 2-out walk forced by the Redbirds.
A beautiful at-bat, back-to-back walks here for Allentown. Setting up Aquaviva, who we've talked about a couple times this game. It's time for him to step up, and this is actually the biggest at-bat of the game. I feel like I've said that a couple times today, but we are right now at the biggest at-bat in the game.
Ducks on the pond for the Redbirds. Bases are loaded with 2 down.
I'm not sure if it was just me, but I think one of the fans here might have a laser pointer.
No, absolutely. There definitely is one, and I think they're waiting for one to see if they need any courtesy running. They don't. Lacara gets a sleeve for his right hand, base running sleeve to protect his fingers. But no, there definitely was a laser pointer being shined out in center field, and I think that's what the Hun coaches are talking about right now to the home plate umpire.
Yeah, because I definitely saw it. I saw it down there to the left as well on the field. It seemed like somebody shined it on the field to be like, hey, look what I got. So I don't know exactly what the MO is with this laser pointer. I hope it's just for fun, but that's something you can't have.
Yeah,
in sporting
you're not
events.
allowed to bring it into a stadium at any point, and there's just really no place for it here tonight. And we hope that if the fan by chance is listening to this game, that he cuts it out and stops with the laser pointer.
Yeah, looks like we got somebody.
Somebody's going to be removed from the Allentown side, it seems like.
I think you were right. That was definitely what the coaches were talking about there, because the umpires all strolled over and pointed over at the one specific area. It's definitely coming from the Allentown side.
I thought it might have been coming from right below us here in the booth, someone sitting down here, but there's no one really there. And
looks like they got somebody.
seems like somebody is going to go ahead and leave this game. Unfortunate. So here's Matt Aquaviva with the bases loaded and 2 down as action set to resume. Henderson able to go from the windup now with every base occupied. First pitch to Aquaviva, swing and a miss at the fastball. Henderson ahead, 0-1. DiMaggio takes over at first base for Lacara, I believe. He does. Is that one in the dirt? 1 ball, 1 strike. So DiMaggio, who was pinch hit for by Lacara, comes back in to run after the walk forced by J.C. Lacara. And the base is loaded. 1 ball, 1 strike to Aquaviva, the pitch. In the dirt, a nice stop by Deacon Bound. That definitely saved a run.
He's been one of the bigger reasons why this lead's only 1. He's had a couple like that where Allentown definitely could have put a run or 2 up on the board. Specifically right there, we could have gotten another one right there. So hats off to him for being a defensive run saver.
Henderson behind, 2 balls, 1 strike. His pitch is high. It's 3-1 now, in danger of walking in a run. Is Henderson to Matt Aquaviva.
See, we've seen him behind so many times so far that I can't really doubt him right now. He's gotten out of the situations before.
Allentown fans on their feet. The flock making the trip to Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The 3-1 outside, ball 4. Henderson walks in a run. It's a 5-3 advantage for the Redbirds.
Thankfully, no laser pointer there to give the Redbirds any type of advantage. But again, a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful at-bat from these Redbirds. They are seeing no less than 5 pitches each at-bat, it seems like. They keep getting ahead in hitter-friendly counts. They keep getting runners on. They just walked in a really huge insurance run right there. They're seeing Henderson really, really well right now.
Tom Monfiletto sending down the freshman lefty to the bullpen in Asher DeLue, who has come up big for Hun this season already in his freshman campaign. He heads it down to the bullpen to get loose. A meeting on the mound with Lucas Henderson as he's walked in a run. Allentown extends the lead back to 2. It's 5-3 the score. 4 runs apiece for both of these teams. And now the top of the lineup due up for Allentown here in the top of the 5th.
The only upside right now for Hun is that there's 2 outs right now, because the top of the order coming up with bases loaded, that's makes your heart jump into your throat right there, because it's like, oh God. And with Jack Sweeney in the hole right now, you want to get out of this now before he even gets on deck.
Bases loaded, 2 away, and stepping into the box is Dom Inzilla, the Allentown shortstop. 0 for 1. He walked and came around to score a run in the second inning. Offers at the first pitch and fouls it straight back and out of play.
It's one of the few times we can say this at-bat starting 0-1.
0-1 indeed. Henderson getting out in front, as he did the last at-bat too before he walked Aquaviva. The 0-1. Beautiful off-speed pitch, but not a called strike according to the home plate umpire, Alex Cardona. Looked good from here.
You don't like him at the letters, I guess. That's another one. We saw one from Batista earlier that could have been called a strike.
Henderson's 1-1 on the way. Cut on, fouled straight back. And now Henderson in a favorable count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Chris Whalen awaiting in the on-deck circle.
If Hun can leave all these runners stranded, it's huge.
1-2 outside, and the count is even. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. Top 5, the pitch from Henderson. On the ground left side, fielded by Tucker. Has it, throws over to first in time, and the inning is over. Henderson strands, the bases loaded, he walks a run in. Allentown gets 1 back as they extend the lead. 5-3 the score. We head to the home half of the 5th inning. Hun coming up next here in the Mercer County Tournament Championship on WBCB. Don't forget, fans, if you miss any of today's action, you can read all about it in tomorrow's edition of the Trentonian. For your complete local and national news 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian or online at Trentonian.com. The only newspaper serving Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County 7 days a week, it's the Trentonian. As we move to the home half of the 5th inning, Hun trailing 5-3, Redbirds getting 1 back in the top of the inning. And it looks like it'll be 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Raiders. His last time up. Kramer ended the inning with a strikeout swinging, but the Raiders able to do some damage in the 4th. They pushed 1 across. And here's a guy who put 1 across with his first at-bat, or second at-bat, I should say, on an RBI double. He came around to score as well as he looks at that one on the outer half for a called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Eddie Wurst still in this ball game. The pitch, left alone, inside. It's 1-1.
Yeah, it really does seem like that they're going to ride worse until the wheels fall off here, honestly, and I can't really say that I blame them.
The 0-1, offered at right field. If it's fair, it's extra bases. It is foul. That one hooking just at the last second towards the bullpen down there in the corner.
I almost thought that one was going to get over the fence. He really put a charge into that one.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Mike Olander. He's 2 for 2, a single and a double, an RBI and a run scored. Leading off here in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch, outside, counts even at 2-2. Cool breeze blowing in off the Delaware, starting to make its presence felt. Bit of a chill here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark.
I wonder if that's going to affect the at-bats a little bit.
2-2 in the dirt, and the count moves full. 3 balls, 2 strikes to the Raiders DH and Mike Olander. Olander, the junior. Perfect in this one at the dish. The 3-2 pitch. Low, ball 4.
Allentown disagrees brutally, but like you said, Olander keeps his perfect day going. He's been on base all 3 times he stepped up.
And that'll bring up the power bat and Michael Jolly, the right fielder for Hun. An RBI double that followed up Olander's RBI double in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. He hit into a double play in the 1st. Wurst going from the stretch. Olander gets his lead off of first. The first pitch. Missing, low and away. It's 1-0 to Mike Jolly.
He's not getting any calls today, whether they're being painted or they seem like they're right there. He's not getting anything is going his way, unfortunately.
1-0 on the way to Jolly. Ripped towards short. Tough play for Enzilla. Flips to second in time to first. A double play!
They still turn that?
An unbelievable turn. Enzilla to Aquaviva over to Ulster. 6-4-3 again. The stick-to-itiveness from Enzilla. And there's 2 big outs.
That ball ate him up at first. It looked like that was hit just a little too hard. He played it right off of his chest. An unbelievable flip to the second baseman and quick hands from Aquaviva to get it out of his glove and transfer over it.
That ball was smoked off the bat of Jolly. Really had to hustle that one down the line as Michael Charavallo fans at the first pitch he sees. He's behind 0-1. Second time tonight, Jolly's hit into a 6-4-3 double play. This one blasted and over the head of the shortstop Enzilla. It's a 2-out base knock as Charavallo squared that one up and hit a frozen rope into left center field.
It would have been nice to see Enzilla leap up and snag that one too, but he would have needed rockets in his shoes to get that one. That was, like you said, a frozen rope into the gap there.
So here is Lucas Henderson.
Number 1, Lucas Henderson.
Henderson relieving Charlie Batista in this one. First pitch fouled straight back. It's 0-1 to Henderson.
We've seen him get out of sticky situations with his glove already, but let's see if he can tally on this RBI right here to make it a 1-run game again.
Thought about taking off to Charavallo as the off-speed pitch that time. Missing, I guess. It's 1-1.
Apparently so.
Well, Henderson can relate to maybe some of Wurst's feelings after that pitch, after not getting a called strike on an off-speed pitch that looked good out of the hand.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. He has no sympathy for him right now, considering how well he's been throwing.
1-1 fastball missing away. It's 2-1 now.
Living and dying with that outside corner, but it's a shame that there's inconsistency behind the home plate.
Wurst behind, 2 balls, 1 strike. Charavallo on the move. Pitch, called strike, the throw, not in time. Charavallo barrels into Enzilla at second. Or excuse me, that's Aquaviva he runs into out there. But a stolen base
He could have beat that 3 times over, though. He got an incredible jump there. He could have ran to 29 and back, and he would have been safe.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Lucas Henderson. Worse has the sign. Comes set, lifts the leg, the pitch. Swing and tipped into the mitt. He struck him out and lets out a loud roar. Worse works out of another jam, and he strands another runner in scoring position. All of the Redbirds out of the dugout to meet Worse after that one. It's 5-3 Allentown. We head to the top of the 6th inning here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. It's the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship here on WBCB.
Schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Trenton Thunder baseball is back for its 30th year.
5-3 the score. Allentown on top. Eddie Worse working out of a big-time jam. Charavallo in scoring position at second base.
And he let him know about it as well, too. As soon as he got out of that inning, let out a big, big, big scream there. He's feeling it right now. Let's see if Lucas Henderson can come out and match that energy here, because he needs to do exactly that. We need another 0 up here for Hun.
Top of the 6th inning, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Allentown. It's Chris Whalen, Jack Sweeney, and Slade Harrell. First pitch on the way to Whalen, left alone, and it's a ball on the outside corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Whalen, 3 walks in this one. Rolls over to this one left side. Tough play for Tucker. Coming in is Kramer. The throw on the run. Picked out at first by Saker. In time to get Whalen 1 down.
What a beautiful pick over there at first base from Saker to to get Whalen out there. That was a really, really, really tough play from your shortstop Kramer, but beautiful play on both ends there to get the transfer and the throw off.
1 down. It's Jack Sweeney's turn. A 2 RBI double in this one. Henderson's first pitch is high for a ball.
That one was at the brim of his helmet.
Sweeney 1 for 3. 2 strikeouts. 1 swinging, 1 looking. Slider in there. Called strike 1. Evens the count.
Big looper right there. Get me over strike.
Sweeney digs back in. Swings the bat forward towards Henderson. The 1-1 pitch. Left alone. It's high. It's 2-1.
Been a little uncharacteristic for Sweeney. He's got 2 Ks on the day right now, but he did rip that double early on, so he's definitely got some pop in that bat here tonight.
The windup in the 2-1 pitch. Low and in the dirt. Outside. Good hitters count for Jack Sweeney. 3 balls, 1 strike.
He can run too, so if he gets on, it's not over for this team.
The 3-1. In the dirt. It's a walk. And Sweeney's aboard.
I'll tell you what, I saw Chiravallo's reaction out there in center field. He couldn't believe that he's walking to first base right now. His hands are on his head, and he paced for a good 2 seconds after that call was made.
So with 1 down and a runner on first, it's Slade Harrell's turn. Harrell's got a couple of walks. He also grounded out to second his last time up. 0 for 1 in this one officially. Sweeney dives back in the first. The pickoff throw not in time, but a good move by Henderson. Keeps Sweeney modest over there, had to get the jersey dirty.
He does have a quick little pickoff move over there, so they definitely got to be careful with these leads.
Henderson, the Hopewell Valley transfer, who the Allentown Redbirds beat in the semifinals 1-0 to make it to their first Mercer County Tournament Championship appearance since 2017 when they beat Hopewell Valley 2-0. Brian Nice's Redbirds. Pickoff move over to first to check on Sweeney again. He's back in time. Hunt is hitting to a couple of double plays tonight. I'm sure Henderson would like one right here. Runner at first, one down, a 1-1 count to Harrell. Sweeney with a pretty decent sized lead over there at first. Continues to inch off. The pitch, Sweeney on the move. Called ball, the throw to second base is in time to get Sweeney. What a throw by Deacon Bound, and an even better tag by Will Kramer. 2 away.
It looked like the throw kind of pulled him off the bag a little bit right there, but a beautiful play again over there by Kramer to get that tag down on him. The good throw over there from Bond. Deacon Bound as well.
2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch on the ground, right side. Flipping over to first is Emma Cangelo, and the inning is over.
Well,
Some defensive help that time from the Hun Raiders. Henderson works out of that one. Deacon Bound throwing out the stealing Sweeney, as that will do it for the top of inning number 6. We move to the home half. Hun trailing 5-3, the defending champs. 6 outs left in this one. As we move to bottom 6 here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark, it's the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship on WBCB. Home half of the 6th, Eddie Worse. He's out for his 6th inning of work, and who can blame him? Who can blame Brian Nice in his 18th season making this decision? Here for a game for all the marbles, and their first appearance since 2017 in this Mercer County Tournament title game. Worse sitting on a 3-0 record and a 1.22 ERA back out there on the mound. It'll be Tyler Tucker, Deacon Bound, and Jack Saker, the first 3 due up for Hun here in the home half of the 6th. The defending champs trailing by 2 with 6 offensive outs remaining in this one.
It's been difficult getting anything going against Eddie Worse tonight. They had that little spurt in the bottom of the 3rd, and they added one more in the bottom half of the 4th as well. But Worse was able to get himself composed and calm, ready to go, and seems like he's good to go for the rest of the game, but we'll see what has to happen out there for the Redbirds.
Tyler Tucker gets ready to step into the box. Eddie Worse going from the stretch now. An interesting move. We've seen him work from the windup for the majority of the night. Now from the stretch. First pitch fastball fouled straight back. While out of play, it's 0-1 to Tucker.
Going from the stretch here, I kind of hope that doesn't mess with any type of mechanic here. Maybe it's just a way to get through the innings a little quicker because he's taking a while with his windups. I'm not sure.
0-1 fastball dots the outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Tucker, and Worse in the driver's seat. Pitch in the air, right side, might stay in the field of play, ranging over and unable to make the play as that one hitting the dugout. So more life for Tucker. No balls and 2 strikes.
That was a major league pop-up right there. Even if that wasn't play, it would have been difficult to make that with the lights in his eyes and everything.
4 strikeouts on the evening for Worse. Trying to get his 5th here in the driver's seat. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. 1-2. Tucker, Bound, Saker, the 3 due up for Hun. Tucker with a sacrifice bunt and a walk. The pitch. Called strike 3, the fastball got him looking.
Beautiful work from Worse yet again there. Able to get him looking that time, but he's just been painting these corners these past couple innings. I haven't been able to touch him.
5th strikeout for Eddie Worse on cue. Brings up Deacon Bound, 1 down, nobody on. Bound with a single, came around to score. Called strike 1 to Deacon Bound, who's actually Rossman who came around to score. He courtesy ran for Bound. Oh, 1 outside, evens the count at 1 apiece.
If anybody's going to come through for Hun right now, it's going to be Deacon Bound. We've talked about him a lot tonight, behind the plate specifically.
Off-speed pitch just misses as the outside corner continues to waver back and forth. Strikes and balls left and right. That one called a ball. It's 2-1 to Deacon Bound.
A lot of oohs from the crowd there on that one.
High and away. It's 3-1 now to Bound. Bound is 1 for 2. Flew out to right field his first time up, and a single his last time in the 4th. Worse's 3-1 pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down, nobody on for Deacon Bound. The Hun catcher. The pitch outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk, or excuse me, second batter reaches via the walk with 1 down. After the Tucker strikeout, a walk forced.
Seems like he went right back to that outside corner to get the call there, but just couldn't locate that time.
So that will bring Brian Nice out to the mound, talk some things over with Eddie Worse, and that will be it for Eddie Worse. 5 1/3 innings pitched for the Allentown left-handed junior, as he gets a standing ovation here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark in the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship.
It was rightfully deserved as well. That young man came out here and put on one of the games of his life just then. Sure, there's 3 runs on the board, but that doesn't talk about the dominance that we've seen these past 2-3 innings. It was the Eddie Worse show for a long time.
Call to the pen brought to you by the Trentonian, the only newspaper in Bucks, Burlington, and Mercer County. Serving you news and sports 7 days a week. It's the Trentonian, and coming into pitch for Allentown is number 4, Scott Brewitt. Brewitt, the right-hander, gets his warm-up pitches underway with 1 down and a runner on first after the walk to Deacon Bound. It seems like Rossman's going to take over for him. Courtesy running, he will. And Brewitt getting his warm-up pitches underway. We'll take a quick break as the pitcher continues to warm up here. 1 out, a runner on, 5-3 the score. Allentown on top as they are 5 outs away from their first Mercer County Tournament Championship since 2017. Brian Nice in his 18th season makes a call to the pen. We'll take a quick break. You're watching the Mercer County Tournament Championship on WBCB. Worse's day is done. 5 1/3. 3 runs across. All of them are in pickoff move to first to check on Rossman. He's back in time. As Eddie Worse has put his Redbirds in a good position in this one, leading by 2. Brewitt comes into the game. A nifty off-speed pitch locates the zone. It's 0-1 to Saker.
That was dirty right there, actually. That was a really good pitch.
Brewitt looks over to check on Rossman, the tag. Well behind the diving Rossman over there at first. Saker 0 for 2, ground out to short, flew out to right in the third and fourth innings. Looking to do some damage, a runner on, one out. On the move is Rossman. To throw to second base is in time to get him. What a throw. What a play. And that is as good as it gets defensively from Alex Bischoff.
Alex Bischoff with a throw and a little wave goodbye to the runner at second base. He knew he got him, so he gave him a little wave on his way back. A beautiful, beautiful throw to gun him down.
Saw Rossman take a peek into home as he was on the move. Not sure if that costed him any time, but a strike down to second from Bischoff as a off-speed pitch misses to Saker, and the count moves 3 balls and 1 strike. Nico Amicangelo would be up next. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count is full, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Jack Saker. The sophomore first baseman 0 for 2. Nobody on. The 2-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. It gets behind Bischoff as Saker's going to be able to reach first base on the drop third strike. So Saker earns first on the drop third. The inning continues, 2 away and a base runner now for Nico Amicangelo. And he's 2 for 2 in this one. 2 singles with an RBI and a run scored.
It was a great sequence there from Brewitt to try to get him out there, and he did get him swinging. It was just unfortunate Bischoff wasn't able to make the stop to get the out there. You can roll up another double play here if you're Allentown. They've got a couple today so far.
There's 2 down in the inning. I know the scoreboard only says 1, but 2 down in the inning. Over at first, Saker. Brewitt behind, 1 ball, no strikes, the pitch. Paints the outer black and evens the count at 1 apiece. Rossman caught stealing. Tucker struck out looking against Eddie Worst for his 5th and final strikeout of the evening. The 1-1 from Brewitt. Paints the outer black, it's 1-2. Brewitt in the driver's seat. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Amicangelo. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI in this one. Will Kramer waits on deck. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him on the off speed. Brewitt with a big time strikeout. It's the 2nd of the inning for the Allentown pitching staff. And the inning is over.
The momentum cannot be stopped for the Redbirds right now. The energy is sky high. The electricity, can't even describe it right now. They have been untouchable these past couple innings, and they're 3 outs away from a Mercer County championship.
Redbirds 3 defensive outs away from their first championship since 2017. A chance to add on some insurance as we move to the top of the 7th inning. Lucas Henderson back out. We'll take a quick break. It's the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship from Trenton Thunder Ballpark on WBCB. Parents, if you want your child to learn from professionals of baseball, then the Alumni Baseball Camp is a perfect fit. Headed by Hun baseball coach Tom Monfiletto and a staff of knowledgeable Hun baseball alumni and friends, and held on a beautiful campus at Hun School. This camp is open to boys and girls from ages 8 to rising 9th graders. 2 sessions, July 24th through the 28th and July 31st through August 4th. Your child will learn the comprehensive skills of baseball, competition, and sportsmanship. There's a 3-to-1 player-to-coach ratio, fundamental skills stations, and daily awards rewards, including a Camp World Series lunch. For more information, visit their website at alumnibaseballcamp.com. That's alumnibaseballcamp.com. This is the premier baseball camp in Mercer and Bucks County. Top of the 7th inning. Allentown bats coming back to work. It'll be Alex Bischoff, J.D. Ulster, and Bryce Berrien, the three due up for Allentown, as a first pitch called for a strike. Lucas Henderson gets ahead. The 0-1, chopped left side. Just foul according to the third base umpire. Tom Argerio over there.
That one was super close right there. If he made that pick, he might have called it fair, but he didn't, so that must have pushed it. That must have made the call for him.
Henderson ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. The windup and the pitch. Blasted to right field, but well foul, and that'll find the fun zone down there in right field. Coming out to a ball game this summer here at Trenton Thunder Ballpark. You can take the kids down to the fun zone, little jungle gym action, whole bunch of stuff down there. Henderson's 0-2, misses outside, 1-2.
Seems to be a little disbelief out there from the Hun Raiders about that one being called a ball.
Henderson's 1-2 on the way, in the air, right field. Ranging back is Jolly, he's there, makes the catch. And there's one away.
I would say if you're Hun, you want to get through this quickly and get the bats back up there. But honestly, you kind of just want the pitching coach to come up with the hitting coach to come up with a scheme real quick, because they haven't been able to touch Allentown pitching recently. So I don't know what to do here if you're Hun.
That'll bring up the pitcher, Scott Brewitt. He'll hit for Berrien. He swings and tips that one straight back. It's 0-1 to Brewitt.
He had a really solid inning last inning. See if he can help his case out here with an insurance run.
0-1 curveball. That one good on the outer half for called strike 2. It's 0-2 now. Or excuse me, he's Scott Brewitt pinch hitting for J.D. Asler here. Or Ulster, excuse me. The pitch rolled over left side and foul. Count remains 1-2.
Another 4-5 pitch at bat we're going to see here from the Redbirds. Been their specialty tonight, honestly.
A lot of good at-bats from these Allentown hitters tonight. Scott Brewitt trying to have another one. The 1-2 pitch from Henderson. It's high for a ball. Two balls, 2 strikes to Brewitt. The 2-2. In the dirt and away. And the count is full.
Henderson had it in control for a long time this at bat. It was 1-2 for a couple pitches, honestly, but again, I don't mean to sound like a broken record, but disciplined, great at bats here from the Redbirds.
As home plate umpire Alex Cardona had to come over and talk to some of the fans sitting right behind home plate there. Play resumes. The 3-2 pitch on the way. Ripped left side over the glove of Tucker at third. It's a single for Brewitt and a 1-out base runner for Allentown.
That's just an unfortunate hop over there. That's just one of those plays where you kind of just got to put it in your back pocket and hope that you get another one so you can make up for it.
So now that'll bring up Bryce Berrien. And heading over to take care of the base running duties for Allentown. It's number 3, Sean Heisler. Sean Hessler, excuse me, takes over on first base. Taking over for Brewitt after the single. And this is Bryce Berrien. Berrien in this one. 1 for 2. He's walked and struck out. The pitch offered at in the air, right side, trailing towards foul territory and over top of the fun zone over there, out of play. It's 0-1. One out base runner for the Redbirds. Berrien behind, no balls and one strike. 5 runs on 5 hits for Allentown. 3 runs on 5 hits for Hun. Henderson with a 1-out base runner. Hessler at first. Looks over at him. Comes set at the chest. The pitch. Check swing. They say he went. It's a called strike regardless. 0-2.
Yeah, that one clipped the zone regardless there, so I feel like even if he didn't swing, they were going to call that one.
No balls, 2 strikes to Berrien. 1 away. Hessler on first. The pitch from Henderson. Swing and a miss. He put it past him.
That's a huge, huge K right there, because this game is still very much in reach if you're Hun. They can get through this without any insurance runs right now. They could come up and steal this one. You never know.
So with 2 away, it brings up Antonio DiMaggio, the left fielder for Allentown. Lacara pinched hit for him back in the 5th and worked a walk. DiMaggio walked in the 2nd, came around to score. He struck out back in the 3rd and finds himself ahead 1 ball and no strikes. Matt Acquaviva would be up next if the inning does continue. Hessler gets his lead off of first. Henderson turns his body to look at him now. Comes set at the chest, the pitch. It's a high fastball for ball 2. Favorable count for DiMaggio at 2 balls and no strikes.
Henderson's looked pretty good so far, but he's behind here. He was ahead a lot early on in the inning, but I don't know if he's starting to lose it a little bit or if it's just those couple pitches, but I guess we'll see.
Henderson's 2-0 on the way. Misses. 3 balls, no strikes to Antonio DiMaggio. Already with a walk in this one. 2 down, runner on first and Hessler. Henderson, the 3-0. Paints the inside corner for a called strike 1. Nice fastball that time from Henderson.
It's a great location there.
Yeah, not much you can do with that one as a hitter. On a night like tonight where it's getting a little bit cooler now, that one could definitely sting the hands a bit.
Oh, that one would hurt.
The 3-1. Ripped. Down the third base line, a fair ball. Rounding second, but staying put there is Hessler. Runners at first and second with 2 away. After a single pulled down the third base line and into left field from Antonio DiMaggio.
Redbirds are still alive here in the late. They're not happy with a 2-run lead. They want to make this 3, 4, 5, hopefully.
Here's Matt Acquaviva, 9-hole hitter and second baseman for Allentown. He's walked, lined out, and struck out looking in this one. A chance to add on another insurance run. 5-3 the score. 6-seed Allentown on top of the defending champs and 4-seed Hun. A fastball high and inside results in ball 1. Acquaviva ahead. It's 1-0.
We talked about that strikeout and that line out. It just sounds to me like he's due for a nice at-bat here.
DiMaggio not being held on at first. He gets his lead. The pitch ripped straight back and out of play.
We almost had to put our gloves on there for a second, Mike.
Count moves. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 down. Runners at first and second. Henderson trying to work out of another jam. Peeks over at second. Lifts the leg. The 1-1. It's high. It's a ball. And it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
He's definitely been missing a lot more high than he's been anywhere else recently. Like, it seems like he just can't place that fastball where he wants it to.
5th batter of the inning for Allentown. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pitch. Offered at, fouled back. Evens the count at 2-2. .928 the time. First pitch around 7:07 here tonight. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. It was a 2-2 actually. And that'll do it for the inning. 2 left on. Henderson works out of another jam. And the Hun Raiders, their last chance for romance, the defending champs. Just 3 more outs to work here, trailing by 2 to Allentown. The Redbirds 3 outs away from their first championship since 2017. Brian Nice in his 18th season, he can taste it. Just 3 more outs and Scott Pruitt back out on the hill trying to close the door for Allentown. We'll take a quick break. It's the bottom of the 7th inning here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark in the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship. Don't go anywhere. Don't forget, fans, stick around post-game for the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview, brought to you by the Italian People's Bakery at 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg. The Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Last chance time for the defending champs, the Hun Raiders. Their second trip to the finals in as many years, their 3rd overall, their first appearance coming back in 1994 as they lost to Steinert in that game. It was an 8-3 loss under head coach then Bill McQuaid to Steinert. Top of the order here for Tom Monfiletto's Raiders, trailing 5-3. It's Will Kramer, Michael Olander, and Michael Jolly, the 3 due up here in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch from Pruitt misses high and inside. It's an off-speed pitch, and it's 1 ball and no strikes to Will Kramer.
You said it during the break. It's what more could you ask for? Top of the lineup when you need it the most.
1 ball and 1 strike as the fastball paints the inside corner to Kramer. Kramer 0 for 2 tonight, 2 strikeouts swinging and a walk in this one. He was also picked off in the first. Pruitt's 1-1 on the way, up the middle. Gonna be a tough play. Inzilla charges, throws on the run, the throw under the glove. Kramer will stay put at first. He's back on the bag. He never attempted to go to second, and the leadoff batter aboard for Hun.
You couldn't really ask for much more there. You wish you would have hit it a little bit harder and not right at somebody, but sometimes stuff just works out for you.
As now the heavy hitters for Hun get their chance. It's the 2-hole hitter and the designated hitter tonight, Michael Olander, the junior, with an RBI double, a single, and a walk in this one. He's reached base every single time he stepped in the batter's box tonight. Kramer's on first, the sophomore shortstop. He's been picked off once tonight, back in the first. That was against the lefty in Eddie Worse. Pruitt steps off, and he needs a meeting. The Hun student section, small but mighty, making their presence felt over the first base dugout.
It's kind of hard rivaling this Allentown faithful right now because they came out in droves, but they're definitely making their voices heard right now.
Olander waiting for the first pitch of the at-bat as a pickoff move over to first. Eddie Worse over there at first now. He took over for Ulster. The pitch paints the outside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Olander. Pretty fastball that time from Scott Pruitt.
It's exactly what you have to do if you're Pruitt. They've rolled up a couple double plays here, so got to just keep it low and hope he gets on top of it.
The pitch. Swing and a miss on a beautiful curve from Pruitt. He's in the driver's seat. No balls and 2 strikes on Michael Olander. Pruitt from the stretch. The 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3 on the outer half. 1 down.
A beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bender from Pruitt. A lot of alliteration out there right now, but we're coming up on 1 out, and Jolly's rolled a couple double plays so far today, so if he can get that curveball in the exact same location, could get right on top of it. We're talking a game over right here.
It's a great point, Ryan, as Jolly 1 for 3. A couple of double plays he's grounded into, both of them 6-4 threes. He looks at a fastball for a called strike. 0-1, 1 down with a runner on first.
You like the patience from Hun here, but you don't want him to get too picky and end up in 0-2 count and have to swing at something to stay alive.
0-1 ripped over the glove of the third baseman. That'll be a base knock. Kramer will stay put at second. The tying run aboard and the winning run to the plate for Hun. It's their best hitter, Michael Chiaravallo.
What more could you ask for the Hun Raiders right now? Your best hitter in the biggest at-bat of the season up to this point. I'm going to be sitting on the edge of my seat this entire at-bat. It's not even supposed to be the last at-bat of the game, but I'm sitting on my hands.
Chiaravallo, 1 for 3. Couple of flyouts to center and to right. A stolen base as well when he singled his last time in the 5th. The pitch. Blasted. Straight away center field. Ranging over is Sweeney. Coming over to call him off is Whalen. He's got it. Tagging up is Kramer. The throw to third. It's a high one. The throw not in time. Kramer's able to move to third. Staying put at first base is Jolly. Runners at the corners now with 2 down.
It's definitely not what Chiaravallo was looking for there, but in the grand scheme of things, you moved your runner up 90 feet there, got him closer to home plate. Hopefully they can just bring him in here right now.
The defending champs down to their final out. Lucas Henderson, the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs transfer, steps in. Brewitt taking his time. So is Henderson, finally stepping into the box. Runners at the corners. It's Jolly at first. Kramer at third. Henderson, the first pitch. Outside, it's 1-0.
Again with that outside corner. That one was a little bit off the plate if you do ask me, but it's just the inconsistency. You can't really tell what is and what isn't being called.
Brewitt is set. The 1-0. Swing and tipped foul straight back.
Please, no one is permitted on the field after the game. Again, no one is permitted on the field after the game. Thank you.
1 ball and 1 strike to Lucas Henderson, who's been in relief for Hun tonight.
You can cut the tension like a hot knife through butter right now. This is intense.
1-1 lifted. Shallow infield. Making the catch is worse, and the Allentown Redbirds, for the first time since 2017, are your Mercer County Tournament champions.
What a game for your Redbirds. They jumped out early in that second inning with those 4 runs, and they did not look back. The pitching, the hitting, the base running, the situational awareness, unbelievable for your Redbirds. An absolutely earned and deserved Mercer County Tournament championship for your Allentown Redbirds.
They made an announcement over the PA that no one in the fan section was allowed onto the field, so what do the Redbirds do? They head right on over to their student section and celebrate with them. The Allentown Redbirds, your 2023 Mercer County Tournament champions for your CVC and Mercer County baseball season. What a game here tonight from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The Redbirds taking home their first title since 2017 when they defeated the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs 2-0. Tonight victorious 5-3. Brian Nice in his 18th season back on top of Mercer County as his team gets to hoist the trophy for the first time in 6 years.
Hats off to Hun for defending their title with a lot of grit and a lot of determination. Charlie Batista had a little trouble with the control a little bit, but he came out and he shoved exactly what he needed to do. Same thing with Lucas Henderson. He came in and he tried his best to keep Hun in the game, and he did just that for a long time, but a better pitching performance out there from Allentown was able to keep these electric Hun bats silenced, and your Redbirds have dethroned the Hun Raiders.
The defending champs go down 5-3, the final score. Allentown improves to 15-8 on the season. The 6th seed Redbirds take home the Mercer County Tournament Championship.
Your final score, Allentown Redbirds.
What a showing from Allentown. An absolute gem thrown by Eddie Worse He is tonight's winning pitcher and improves to 4-0 on the season after 5 1/3 innings of work. And Eddie Worse will take home our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game honors, and we will speak with him in just a little bit. As the Redbirds celebrate just to the side of the pitcher's mound here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark as they get to hoist the trophy and the plaque.
You're not permitted to be on the field.
We will have our trophy presentation here. And a beautiful night indeed for baseball. First pitch was at 7:07, the final out recorded at 9:36. An outstanding game tonight here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. And a great sign of sportsmanship during this one, as after the celebration concluded with the Redbirds after the final out, you saw a lot of those Hun players going up to the Allentown guys and congratulating them on their championship and wishing them the best as they go and make their state run.
Yeah, the one thing that it's just a lot of sportsmanship. You love to see that from the Hun side. Despite the disappointment, you love to see that they're still holding their heads high.
Ready for the semifinals. Jeff Hurley, General Manager of the Trenton Thunder, for
as now we turn things over to Kevin Myers, our public address announcer tonight.
Event, along with the field crew and all the employees who volunteered to work tonight's event. Now for the presentation of awards at home plate by Tournament Director John Costantino.
John Constantino down on the field presenting the awards tonight.
The Hun School.
He's first being presented is the Hun School. 2 straight years making it to the Mercer County Tournament Championship.
Yamaluka MVP Award presented to number 34, Eddie Worse.
And the most valuable player for the 2023 Mercer County Tournament, left-handed junior pitcher Eddie Worse. Picking up the win tonight, 5 strikeouts over 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowing just 3 runs over those 5 1/3 innings, scattering 5 hits for Hun. And a great effort for Eddie Worse as he takes home honors as most valuable player and now hoists the Mercer County Tournament trophy with the rest of the Allentown Redbirds. What a game, what a season here on the WBCB Sports Network. As playoff time is right around the corner here on WBCB. We'll have all of the NJSIAA coverage that we've had for you this season, and we will follow those teams through the playoffs on WBCB. We're going to step aside and take a quick break. We're going to try and flag down Eddie Worse, the MVP of this tournament, and our Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game. We'll speak with Eddie in just a little bit. You're listening to the Mercer County Tournament Baseball Championship here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark on WBCB. Don't go anywhere. The Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview is next.
And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com. Or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey's schools are #1 in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Honor for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Hi, Merrill Reese reminding you to come back home to traditional Italian cuisine at the Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road in Ewing Township. You'll always feel welcome at the Revere. It's like stepping back in time where you'll feel like you're dining in South Philly or New York's Little Italy. Start your meal with complimentary Hoboken bread. Choose from a menu featuring fresh seafood dishes, succulent steaks and chops, or homemade pasta dishes. You can even eat at the bar. The Revere is open 7 days for lunch and dinner. Private room available for special affairs, plus catering. For reservations, call 609-882-6365. That's 609-882-6365. Come home to traditional Italian cuisine. The Revere Restaurant, 802 River Road, Ewing Township. Capital Health's primary care network continues to grow, bringing its extensive option of locations to your neighborhood. Whether you're scheduling a wellness checkup or not feeling well, advanced medicine starts with a Capital Health primary care doctor at locations near you in Mercer, Bucks, and Burlington counties. To find a Capital Health primary care location that's convenient for you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org.
New Jersey is home to the best public schools in the nation. And that didn't happen by accident. It's the result of parents, educators, and communities working together year after year to give our students a world-class education, no matter the challenge. Because parents and educators know that with a shared commitment to our public schools, our children can learn, grow, and thrive. And together, we can keep New Jersey's public schools the best in the nation.
Trenton Thunder Baseball is back for its 30th year. Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Trenton Thunder tickets are now available. Single game tickets, group plans, suite nights. Get your tickets now. For more information, visit TrentonThunder.com. That's TrentonThunder.com or call 609-394-3300. That's 609-394-3300. Post-game fireworks nights, pork roll Fridays, and dog welcome nights throughout the season. Trenton Thunder Baseball, Big League Futures, Major League Fun. Hi, Merrill Reese for Capital Health, reminding you that the former St. Francis Medical Center is now Capital Health East, and they still offer a 24/7 emergency department as well as outpatient medical clinic services. To enter the emergency department and outpatient clinic, please use the Burt Avenue entrance. Capital Health, proud to be a partner for better health in our state's capital, Trenton, New Jersey. Achoo! Ow, that hurts. School nurses are frontline providers, whether it's a bump or a scrape on the playground or staffing testing booths in the height of the pandemic. May is School Nurses Month. NJEA members honor the important role that school nurses have to ensure schools are safe and healthy for our kids. New Jersey schools are number one in the nation because they prepare students to be successful in school and in life. This message sponsored by the New Jersey Education Association and WBCB. This is Merrill Reese reminding you that Haldeman Ford Subaru on Route 33 in Hamilton Township is more than just a great place to purchase a new Ford, Subaru, or pre-owned car or truck. Their collision and service centers services all makes and models and specializes in fleet service. Haldeman's Collision Center is renowned for their work. It's a state-of-the-art facility, all insurance accepted, free estimates and loaner cars available, and one of the friendliest staffs around. From small dents to major repairs on any make or model, it's Haldeman Ford Subaru Collision Center, Route 33 in Hamilton Township. They're good!
This is Angelo Weiner for your Mercer County prosecutor, and I'd like to take this opportunity to wish all of our Mercer County student athletes the best of luck, and also urge parents to stay involved in your children's school activities. Extracurricular events are a great way to keep your sons and daughters focused, and it does not have to be athletics. They can be involved with the drama club, the school band, even the debate team. An involved student today has a brighter future tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, and I hope you enjoyed today's game.
Championship game since 2017. What's that mean to you?
It means the world. I mean, this is a program with such great tradition and culture for the last 20 some odd years. Coach Nice, he really pushes us. Everybody else, we push one another, we police one another. That's a group of 22 great guys in that dugout. Each one of them worked harder than the next. And we really worked hard. And coming from where we came from, I know a lot of people, we were the 6th seed coming in. Not many people had a lot of belief in us, but we trusted one another, we trusted our guys, we trusted our staff, we trusted our hitters, and we got the job done. That's all that matters.
You guys absolutely trusted one another to get to this point tonight. In one-run ball games this year, you guys were 6-3 in 9 total one-run games. What does that say about your team?
We know how to win. I would say it doesn't mean much else. We're clutch, we know how to win, and we play we play gutsy. We don't like to give ourselves too much room for error. We like to keep it close. It keeps us sharp on our toes.
Well, Eddie, you had a great game tonight. You also recorded the final out in this one. High fly ball in the infield. Take us through the final play, what you saw, what's kind of going through your mind as you secure the final out for the first Mercer County tournament title since 2017 for Allentown.
Mostly through my head, I'm thinking, all right, I called this off. I'm underneath it. Now I got to catch this. And then afterwards, I'm thinking of Pablo Sandoval when they were playing the Royals in the World Series like 10 years ago, and he collapses afterward. That was the next thing, but well, that was it. Mostly.
A great celebration, a great performance, Eddie. You take home Mercer County Tournament MVP honors. You also take home Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game honors as well. You got a gift certificate there to the Italian People's Bakery. Make sure you pay them a visit. 63 Butler Street in Chambersburg, the Italian People's Bakery since 1936. Proud to sponsor tonight's Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game interview with Eddie Worse, going 5 1/3, striking out 5 and picking up the victory tonight. A big victory for Allentown, their first Mercer County Tournament championship since 2017. Eddie Worse, you are a champion. You are our player of the game. Thank you so much for taking the time, and best of luck the rest of the way, young man.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Eddie Worse, the Italian People's Bakery Player of the Game, the Mercer County Tournament Most Valuable Player, as he picks up win number 4 on the season, improving to 4-0 with a sub 1.5 ERA. I want to thank our sponsors who made tonight's broadcast possible: the New Jersey Education Association, the Haldeman Ford Subaru, the Mercer County Prosecutor's Office, the Capital Health System, the Revere Restaurant, the Trenton Thunder, Alumni Baseball Camp, Hyundai of Trenton, the Italian People's Bakery, the Trentonian, all proud to bring you today's coverage here on WBCB. For the crew, Ryan Baxter did today's camera work and color commentary. Colin Sommer produced today's stream. My name is Mike Warren. One final time here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark. The final, the Allentown Redbirds 5, the Hun Raiders 3. The Redbirds, Mercer County Tournament champions for the first time since 2017. I want to thank everybody who played a part in this season here on WBCB. I want to thank everyone who tuned in all season long. Myself personally, I believe this will be my last broadcast with BCB this baseball season. I will see you guys again in the fall. Heading over now here to the Trenton Thunder for this season. I'm very excited for that, but I wanted to make sure I said thank you to all of the great fans, all of the great listeners who have provided me support over the years and who have made WBCB what it is today. We'd like to thank Bill Redner, our head sales executive, who helps makes all of these broadcasts possible and helped give me my shot here at WBCB, along with Matt Miro, our general manager, and of course our leader Merrill Reese, the owner of WBCB. All of them helping me get to this point. Wouldn't be where I am without them, and I want to thank all of you guys who have come to work with me every single day and have given me a great effort every single time. I appreciate you guys and looking forward to catching up with you guys in the fall when football season starts. A great baseball season in the books. Thank you to all of our viewers. It's not done for us here on WBCB. We've still got playoff games, just done for me, as I will be heading to the Thunder. Going to call some games for the Trenton Thunder this summer. So if you're at the ballpark, swing by the booth, say hello. Would love to see you. Always love our WBCB listeners. One final time here from Trenton Thunder Ballpark from our broadcast partner, Ryan Baxter. My name is Mike Warren. Colin Sommer produced today's stream. The final, Allentown 5, Hun 3. The Mercer County Tournament champions for the first time since 2017, your Allentown Redbirds. Until we talk to you again, we thank you so much for watching high school baseball on WBCB. Have a great night, everybody.